All right. We're live. How you doing? Happy Monday. I always forget to do this, bear with me. How you doing, alligator? How you doing, Simon? I'm good. Thanks very much. Thanks, mate, and thanks for your support and all your nice comments. Really appreciated. Thank you. LJ Gibb, Cheryl H, how you doing? How you doing, Yvonne? Yvonne Driver. Learn your business. How you doing, mate? Thanks for your support as well, mate. Top channel, top guy, massive supporter of many people. Hiya, Ben. How you doing? Lynn Hodkinson. How you doing, Lynn? Raja. I know, John. Thanks for coming in, guys. Nothing special. It's just I thought I'd pop up. Obviously, last Friday was out. So it's just to let you know I'm still here. I just thought I'd pop up tonight. Wasn't really planned, but I just thought I've had a good afternoon, done a lot of stuff, and I've just felt all right. So I thought I'd just come and say hello again, just to let you know I'm not going anywhere. And apologies for last Friday, but sometimes you need a break from whatever. So, beauty therapist as well. Society X is in there, guys. Paul Yeoman, how you doing? Can't be on too long. It doesn't matter, mate. You popped in and say hello, and that's fine. That's fantastic. Southampton Drone. Yeah, I heard from you today on Instagram. How you doing? Davey. This fella, again, keeps coming into these lives of mine. I don't know what's wrong with him. Not a lot, actually. Biker Eddie, guys. Top man. Hey up, Society X. You still busy, mate? Thanks for coming in, mate. Massive respect. Do I know how lobsters are made? How about that for a random one? No, I don't, Steph. Respect back to you, mate. Thanks, Yvonne. It's all right. Yeah, well, sometimes, saying sorry, I think, because people get used to what you do and one or two might look forward to it, and people like myself who do it kind of feel that you let people down in a way. But when people understand, that does help. So thanks for your support on that, guys. Do I, Steph? Hey, Jips, how you doing, mate? No, it was a last minute thing, Jips. Well, not a last minute. I kind of thought, well, I've just explained it. You probably just missed what I said, but popping on to say hello and thanks to all the people who've supported me. And it's just to say hello, and I'm still here. Um, and it's going to be a new weekly live from now on. So it's not going to be on a Friday. Honestly, sirens. I live on a busy main road in a town centre, so it's always busy with sirens. Cheers, Alex. Um, what was I saying? Yeah, Gypsy, yeah, mate. Just saying hello, letting people know I'm still here. Just a short one tonight, nothing like a Friday. But yeah, that was it. Yeah, it's going to be a new weekly live. I'm going to make it a Saturday, guys. So roughly at the same time and same kind of thing what I've been doing. Um, Similar guests, say a few of the same guests, um, but with a slightly different angle, stroke approach to it. And you know, I've learned a lot from the last 30 or probably 40 lives I've done. Not every one of them has been on a Friday, but most of them have. So I've learned a lot, and it's kind of like end of that period or that era of lives. But it'll carry on different night, very similar to how it was before, but it will be different in a kind of way as well. So I'm going nowhere. Um, yeah, I know, biker. Right, I'll put it up in a sec. I just thought for a change, I'd say hello to everyone in the chat. Have I been through everyone yet? What have I been up to? I've been out, I've been researching. I'm trying to find more abandoned sites, and I'm trying to think a lot about an Halloween night, abandoned spooky story thing. So I'm working on that as well. I've been out today, spent many hours searching and looking and trying to get into this church, but I couldn't. The only way I could look inside of it was to climb up on a roof. And the height of the church, well, quite massive. One of them kind of roofs, very steep, but below that roof, there was a lower roof, which was also on a slope. And then you had the upper part of the church where the windows were. And I could look in and just give you that short video on what it looked like from inside, but from above, I just couldn't get in, which was a shame. And I would never try and force entry or rip any window boards off or smash glass or anything like that. So, but yeah, wow, that was the first abandoned church I looked into. So that's what I've been up to today. Yesterday, what did I do? Yesterday, bit of research on stuff, relaxing day. But anyway, just relaxing. Oh yeah, I put that stag video up as well, what I did. And I've got some more stuff, do you know what I mean? So I have been working and filming and traveling and loads of things. So to be honest with you, Friday night I was glad for the rest really. But I did pop on to I think Cop Watcher was on Friday or Saturday, and I popped on, said hello. Cop Watcher 2. Great guy. Check his channel out. And then last night, yeah, Film Boy was on, and I've got massive respect for Film Boy UK. Up and comer. He's just hit over 1K, guys. So if you've not done so already, please check that guy's channel out. He does a lot of lives. It's always a good chat, very mellow. He has a lot of guests on. He's got the StreamYard premium thing going on, so you can have like about 10 people on at once and that. And I couldn't handle that. But he just lets everyone talk, and it's mellow, and he had some good guests on last night. I didn't go on the panel, but I just came in the chat and said hello. So that's basically it. What I've done, beauty therapist, up to now. So I'll put the link up in a minute because I know he's cursing me, I think. Roger, John. Thanks, Paul. Cat Dodd. Right. Okay, I'll put the link up so Biker can come on. Right, hang on. Give me a sec, guys. Thanks for coming in. I hope you've had a good weekend. Tell me all about it if you want. Right, Mr. Biker ready. There it is. Mark Birchall, how are you doing? Hidden from the public eye. I've got to really work on that one, you know. Like, because I've researched a few places. The thing is, there's one place I want to do right in particular, and it has got myth and legend and ghouls and goblins and all this attached to it. But it's actually an old sandstone quarry, and it's like caves and caverns and that. I'd love to do that. The thing is, it's kind of in the middle of nowhere, so to speak, and there is a bus route, but it's about a good mile, 2 mile even, possibly further, walk from there. So, and I'm going to do it at night time. So it's all about getting back and things like that. If I had a car, I'd just be able to park up and do the filming and then jump back and get home. But I can't do that. So it's probably going to have to be, if I'm going to do that one, it'll have to be a taxi job. So I've got that one, and I've got 2 others on the list. So they're going to be nighttime ones as well. So yeah. Paranormal though. Look, I don't know. Something happens. So I've got a few. Let me just kick that person off because I'm taking no shit. No worries, Lynn. Make sure you come back. Ronald Crossland, how you doing? Right, I better bring him on because I know I may as well get it over with. I'll get the bollocking over with right now. It's only been 14 minutes, Biker, so it's not been too long because there's 45 people in.
Well, it took you 5 minutes to put fucking link up. It took you another 5 minutes to bring me on. Right, have you finished saying your hellos?
Oh, because, yeah, I have. I have.
Good to see you back on, mate.
Oh, cheers.
I haven't missed you a lot like that, but I'm just saying it's good to see you back on.
That's all right.
Yeah.
I know you have, so...
I haven't missed you at all, mate. Good evening, everybody in the chat. I ain't going to individually say hello. I'm just going to do a a blanket one. There we go. Good evening, everybody. How we all doing?
All right, don't take the fucking piss.
See, that's easy way to do it, mate.
Right, I'm not even going to try and sound snobbish, but it's my channel, and I do like to say hello to each and every person who comes in straight away. I'm not going through it, no. UK Transparency, you've missed giving him a bollocking, but yeah, he has. He's straight in. I knew it. But what makes it worse is the way I am, by saying hello for far too long, which makes him more riled up, then I get more of a bollocking.
I don't get riled up.
It's all part of the drama, guys. Ronald, how you doing? Yeah, people love Barker giving me that bit of banter bollocking, if you like, because we've always had that, guys, and that's all I want my lives to be about. Bit of banter, some serious talk if you want, some debate, opinion, fine, as long as we keep it at a, polite level and a respectful level as well.
If it was later on, yeah, my power problems are sorted. It took about 6 or 7 hours to get them sorted that night. Absolute nightmare. Yeah, we got candles out and everything. I thought it was going to be a passionate evening, but no, it didn't turn out like that. So I missed everything that went on last week. Everything. Absolutely everything. But then again...
Last week as in...
well, when my power went down last Wednesday.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, I missed everything from then onwards.
That's happened before, I think.
Was it?
Yeah, I think. It might have been on one night.
I didn't lose power. I lost internet.
I'll be thinking of some... Anyway, you lost power, and that was like... Oh, Wednesdays have finished as well, guys, but it's, there's still new things coming, but Wednesdays are over. But that was the first night.
Yeah.
Biker was meant to take over, and he did. And then his bloody power went down, so I was left on my own. Again, never mind. It still went all right.
Ish,
yeah. As it does, how you doing? Evening, guys. UK Transparency, you will keep seeing links going up, guys, from UK Transparency. You brought a video out yesterday, so please check his channel out if you haven't done so already. And he's a very, very nice person as well.
Yeah, you can put your own link up as well, Matt.
He'll not do. He's too modest.
I've just asked him to.
Well, can you put it up?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, yes I can.
Thank you.
Let me just open another window. I've only got 3 monitors, for God's sake.
I'm
using my CCTV one now. Fucking hell.
Yes, yeah, honestly, I've got to work on it though. On that one, so I'll try and get something decent up for that. I'll do my best on that one, guys, because people have asked about it before, do a nighttime this and a nighttime, and I thought, well, Halloween's coming up, so let's have a different one. Oh, the link, yeah, UK's just put the link up just further above, mate. Okay. I know I've got a couple of people backstage. I just want to say no drama and no stupid questions. No random going off subject type things. Stick with the subject, and when we've finished with it, we can ask a question or start with a new subject. But when people throw a different angle in halfway through a conversation, there's something wrong there for me. It's a red flag.
So what you been doing with the hair this week then, Dina? While we're on subject.
With the what?
With your hair. Yeah. Just thought, Well, you said don't throw it off subject, so I'm trying to keep it on it. Go on, you can call me a bastard, mate.
No, I would never do that.
Oh, go on, call me it.
Bastard.
Oh, I love you.
See, I forgot what I was saying now. That's what I mean. If
There
you
you
go
go,
off on a
mate.
bloody random thing, what was I saying?
I don't know, you were talking bollocks, that's why I come out with it.
Well, thanks for that, mate.
Yeah.
See, if it weren't for Biker, you know, he wouldn't be able to put a stop to me talking shit. So thanks for that, mate. Mysterious Rider, Sparky Mike. Right. 3 people backstage. I'm going to be very careful, guys, who I bring on from now on. Because when certain things happen, you get to find out more and more about things. Jake away, I've not seen you for a while. Thanks, Care Park.
What do you think about non-sunter? I'm not sure what you mean by that, Jake.
I've never... Yeah, Crinkle, you can do one. I don't know anything about that. That one. Is that a channel name? Or... No? No? Anyone?
Not a clue, mate.
Georgina from Zebra, what are you doing? Oh, Wash and Go, that's it. Thanks, Ronald. Yeah, it was about my hair.
You keep watching it, man. It keeps going.
Yeah, what I've done this week with my hair, if I remember the question right, was I've washed it. That's it, really. Once. Okay, so you're not coming on. Let me just get rid of you. I've got Ben and Steph. Thanks, Savannah. Society X, what do you mean? Oh, you've hit 10k subs?
Yeah.
Nice one, mate. There you go, guys. Society X, a lot of work we live free, news now.
Cracking one.
Top stuff, mate. Well done. More than a marathon. Look, mate, you've hit 10k, you must deserve it. That's all I can say. Right, let me just check who this is as well. Jake away and Crinkle again. Crinkle, just let me kick you off again, mate. I know you keep coming back, but I get great pleasure in just clicking kick guest. Right, hang on. Cheers, Burr Britain. I keep saying hello, respect to all of you. So, right, okay. It's time for me to shut up.
Thank fuck for that.
Fluke Dog, how you doing? See what you do, Biker. Every time you say that, I'll just carry on. I'm just like a child. When people say, shut up, you carry on to... No, respectfully now, I'll bring Ben on.
I know how to prime you, mate.
Good evening, Dino. Good to see you back, buddy.
No, fine. How are you, mate?
Okay.
Ooh.
I can't talk about things on the live, Dino. But
okay, well, just leave it at that.
Pardon?
Just leave it at that then, if you want.
Yeah, no. So someone I knew died, but I can't go into things.
Okay, enough said, mate. If you say you don't want to speak about it on a live, I think that's enough said for now. If you want to talk about it in private, that's fine.
You got my number yet, Dino?
Well, you've sent me an email, so...
Give me a bell when you've got time and I'll talk to you offline, you know.
No worries, Ben.
How are you ready anyway?
Keep your chin up.
Yeah, I'm good, fella. Very good. Thank you very much. Been keeping busy, doing shit. Putting fucking fairy lights up in garden. That were a bastard pain in the ass.
That'd be nice to see some Christmas light. You can come and show us that Christmas on
No,
YouTube.
no, they're not Christmas lights, mate. They're like these all year round jobbers that you put up. The solar powered and they come on roundabout when it's dark and then go off when it's light. It's just fucking tacky shit. I didn't want them, but I had to put them up. Yeah, 80 yard of them I had to put up. Fucking 80 yard. Yeah, pain in the ass.
Be nice when I go and get weight tomorrow, Dino. See how much weight I lost after my good week on my diet.
All right, yeah. What was you after losing, Ben?
I would like to get 4.5 off.
So, do you want to say what you are now? It's up to you. I mean, that's private, but I mean,
I don't really want to, to give that,
No, that's fine, mate. I mean, 4.5. Did you say?
Yeah.
What have you started on that? Have you made a start on it, or?
I've already took. If I lose 3.5, 4.5 tomorrow, I'll be under just 3 ton I lost.
You're not going to lose it in one day.
No, but if I lose £4 tomorrow at 4.5,
Oh, £4. Sorry.
yeah, if I lose £4.5, I'll be over. Then that take me to just over my 3 son. I lost.
Okay, well we're behind you on that, mate. Excuse me. Do your best, Ben.
Well, I had a good week this week, Dino. I've been making a lot of soups and that lot.
Oh yeah, you like your cooking, don't you?
I made a lovely leek and potato soup, and I enjoyed that.
I like that too.
Fresh leeks from the garden.
Yeah.
I've done some barbecues this weekend.
I don't know if you can see these because let me turn my other light on. And this was from seed.
Turn big light on.
I have done. Look. Hang on. I'm not used to this. Right, I've got a tomato plant here. I don't know if you can see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All that's from seed. And I've had about 40 tomatoes off it, and the cherry tomatoes. I didn't know what it was going to turn out to be. It was from a seed. So, and that was planted, months ago. But I've had loads off it because we've had a good summer, and I've got a really big window from ceiling to floor, so that helps with obviously like a greenhouse type effect. Is that too bright?
Oh yeah, mate. Turn it down. Good God. Turn big light off. Yeah, turn big light off.
Serious?
Yeah, turn big light off.
Oh shit, wrong one.
Let's have a look now.
Right.
That's better, mate.
Oh, right. Far too ugly when it's brighter on my face.
Yeah, it was scaring me a bit. That's why I told it to turn big light off. But yeah, you look all right now.
So the Halloween video will turn out right. I put the camera on myself at time to time, right?
Yeah, exactly, mate.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Shine torch up in front of your chin, mate. You'll be sorted.
I'll do that.
Oh, Jesus.
You brought this idea up.
I decided I'll put the boat out today, Eddie and Dino.
You took the what out?
It's saying, Eddie, I decided to put the boat out. I booked another holiday.
All right, fair enough. Where are you going?
Going to Howya in Wales.
Never heard of it.
What?
Howya.
I was going to say how do you spell that, but every time you see a Welsh word, especially on a road sign, it looks like someone's just thrown a bag of Scrabble at it.
Howya.
That was meant to be funny, but no one laughed.
1 minute, I'll put you on mute and then I'll go and get a bit of paper writ on and throw it out to you guys.
Yeah, go on, Ben. Yeah, I love Wales. Always have done. Beautiful, ideal for camping and all that. And red kites, when they become, a biker will know about this, very rare bird of prey, beautiful like they all are.
We've got
And
shitloads near me, mate. Absolutely
well,
shitloads.
they did become extremely rare, and then they started these breeding centres, and you can visit these kite centres in Wales. There's one in particular.
They were extinct. They were extinct in UK, mate, and they brought them in from Europe. I forget which country it was. They brought them in from Europe.
But were they native to
They were native
our
to
country or Wales?
Yeah.
Or
native
yeah.
UK.
And
they migrated to Europe, and for some reason they became extinct here. I don't know why. But I think it about 15, maybe 20 years ago, they started reintroducing them. And I think they only brought about 200 over and put them in different areas around the UK. I mean, every day I can see 10, 15, 20 of them at any one time. We've got absolutely loads near me.
Fantastic sight.
No, I know.
Beautiful. But were they native to Wales mostly?
Not a clue, mate. Not
Right.
a clue.
Because it seems to be a big thing in Wales, that's all about red kites. So, but yeah, magnificent. So pleased that, the edge of extinction and then through people curing, I suppose, bringing them back and now they're commonplace again.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of people used to nick their eggs and things like that, and like they do with many birds, but anyway, it's just good news, really. Anyone else news, John? Thanks for coming in. There are 80 people in. Wow. Thanks, guys.
80 people, only 29 likes. Come on, guys, hit the like button for him, please.
29 likes, probably about 30 thumbs down or something like that. I never even look at things. Listen, Cobb, Backstage. Why am I kicking you off? Okay, because I thought you were Crinkle, and I still think you are.
Bring him on, mate.
Oh, hang on, he's shaking his head. Right, he's probably changed his name. My fault. Sorry, mate. Sorry about that.
Hey,
I am Cop.
Yeah, we could tell, mate, with that voice.
Well, what's wrong, my bleeding boy?
No,
it's all right.
Yeah, we could tell with that voice, mate, that you're legit.
I'm the truly one.
How you doing, fella?
I'm all right. You?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. Thanks.
Good. How you doing, now?
I'm good, thanks. Cheers, mate.
Good.
Had a nice rest.
I actually thought I did something wrong, and I thought, well, what's he kicking me off? I ain't done nothing.
No, mate, it's because your name's different.
I still got Cop.
Yeah, and sometimes I get like Crinkle and like using other people's names with a variation. So I'm sorry about that, mate.
That's right. He's in. I think he was on Buzz's earlier on, so you're all right.
Okay. How you doing?
I'm all right. Just sitting here with a couple of hot water bottles, hurting like hell. But other than that, yeah, fine. Dino, I'll put in the private chat so you can read it yourself.
Cheers, Ben. Nothing bad's happened, has it, mate? Cop?
No. I've got two.
Thanks, Ben.
Both of my knees are completely shot now, and I've got two discs gone in my lower back, and I've got one halfway up my back. That's why I'm always in a lot of pain most of the time. That's why when I did that Birmingham one with Bear, Smokey, and SG, and normally I take 6 morphine pills a day, and I took 20.
Wow.
So I could move about. Yeah, I was in a lot of bad that way, but I wasn't going to give up. I was carrying on. But other than that, yeah, I'm all right. getting ready to go on holiday and things like that. But
Oh, nice.
yeah.
Where you going?
Down to the New Forest area.
All right.
So somewhere different. I ain't been down there for about 3 years.
Is that camping or
Oh no,
no?
no. Hotels.
Ah,
He's
Cost
just
me
told
enough.
you his knees are knackered, his back's knackered. How the fuck is he going to go camping, mate? Come on.
it's
I've
not
never
that
liked
hard,
it.
is it, to do this?
Hotel all the way, isn't it? Full pampering. That's what
I'm
it
just
is.
asking. That's all.
I just,
You mentioned
I,
forest.
I'll be honest. I've done one since I've been away from the Air Scouts and that because I was the leader in them. Last time I went camping, I did it well. I don't even feel like I made it a night. Then I decided to get onto the internet and book a hotel, and then I went to the hotel.
Don't you make videos, don't you? You should do a camping challenge.
Well, I couldn't do a camping challenge. I couldn't even learn the. I'll tell you what. When my granddaughter comes, I have to get down to her level. Even getting down to ground level on my knees because you're kneeling on your knees. That kills me. And I think no more. And then I have trouble getting up. If I'm nowhere near a table and a chair, I can't get up.
Pop.
Yeah, who's talking?
It's Ben, buddy.
Hello, Ben. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm not bad. Getting there. Got a question. What is the wars like in Frick here? Totally different from England, I believe. Is that right, Cop, at the minute?
Say that again. Sorry, Ben.
Is it Frickier?
Trickier. That's down in. That's more South Wales. No, hang on. I've got to remember where that is now. That's up towards North Wales.
It's Wales, Ben. I've actually been. It's got a castle. It's like a village, but it's very beautiful. It's got a cricket pitch, and it's pronounced Cricketh.
Is it?
Yeah, that's up in North Wales.
Is it
Is
white?
it North Wales?
Yeah,
Right.
I think it's on the borders of North and West. That sort of area.
It's a beautiful oldie village, and the castle it's very small and it's in ruins. A lot of it, but castle ruins. I mean, wow.
I love things like that. I'm actually going to do a video shortly because there's a little police station that you never see anyone, but just to show how small our police stations are. And then there's actually a castle, but it's only the ruins. It's not much there at all now. But you can actually walk around and walk inside, and so I might do a little video of that whenever I can get out there to do it. But it's the walking that kills me. I can't stand walking now. I keep saying I'm going to get one of them mobility scooters. And my missus said, if you get one of them, you're not coming out with me anymore.
Yeah, just keep moving, mate. That's the best thing you can do.
Yeah, I know. I do. I haven't been anywhere today. I've been up and down the stairs to play with my granddaughter. But other than that, I couldn't go out. I went out. That's the lights. I went out at 6:30, 6:45 this morning. I took my daughter down to catch her coach to go to college. And then I got home and I've been indoors laying on my bed ever since because I can't sit on chairs.
Yeah. But it's like the physio will always say to you, wherever you're not moving, it's going to seize up.
The problem is what I used to do for a bit of fun. I used to do stunts and that on horses.
Right.
Yeah, you used to see all these cowboys doing like the Pony Expresses, and just like you see some of them go round underneath the belly and things like that.
Yeah.
Well, I've done that. I've done that quite well. Falling off of buildings. Get dragged by a horse or a flat out run down a field on purpose. I've been on TV a few times doing stunts. Well, yeah, that's it about it. That's why I am the way I am.
So you've knackered yourself up, basically.
Well, I went to see my doctor a while ago, and he said, like you said, he looked at the X-rays, and again, he said, well, your knees and your back are not shock absorbers. So if you imagine you're running flat out down the field on a horse, you're jumping off, and you're literally pounding the floor at a flat out run, and it constantly meshes your knees and your ankles up, and then it goes up through your back because of this shock, because you're actually coming to an actual stop.
Yep.
And then as you're stopping, you're literally twisting and turning to get back up on the saddle. It's not good.
It's like fighter pilots when they eject from a plane. They lose 10 centimeters in their spine on ejection. Yeah. So imagine the pain of that.
Yeah,
10 centimeters. Wow.
Yeah, that's a killer. But me, I know I've done all this myself. But when you're young, you think, I can do that. It's not going to hurt, and it doesn't hurt. It does not hurt at all. But then you get older, and then you start hurting. Then it gets older and older and older, and you end up being crippled by the end of it.
Yeah.
And I only did it for 20 years. That's all. I didn't do it for very long.
20 years is enough, mate. I mean, the stress you're putting on your body doing what you did over
it's
20
fun,
years.
though.
Well, of course it was.
My mate, he still got the video. I'm trying to get it off of him so I can actually put it on YouTube. We did because obviously I used to be in the Western scene. So I used to dress up as an Indian or dress up as a cowboy constantly every day. And we got asked to do a woman. That's come out wrong, so I didn't mean it that way. A woman asked to be chased by a bunch of Red Indians on horseback with her being in the stagecoach. So do you know Brands Hatch?
I know, yeah.
Well, do you know the back entrance of Brands Hatch? Right, if you go around there, you go over the bridge, don't you?
Yeah.
Right to a set of crossroads. If you go straight across, you've got a massive field on your left-hand side.
That's where all campers go.
Yeah, well, that massive field is where the show, where we actually did the TV show. That was completely covered. They blocked all the roads off, everything. The roads were closed. And it was, Bob Carradine was there with Spit the dog in his boot. There's all of us. There's horse boxes, horse trailers, the food wagon for all their staff, and also for us. Like breakfast, it was breakfast. Lunch, wow, I had a massive piece of steak, chips, peas, everything. Really nice. But I would love to be able to do it again. My mate said, we should do one more show before we all get too old. And my words were, I am too old. I couldn't do it now. You imagine me riding a horse that's like a nutter, because the horse I had, you had it all on command, so you went up, like made it rear up on its hind legs, all on command, buck, rear, we had it all. And I couldn't ride a horse like that now. I can't even get on my daughter's horse. It's like an old plod. Do that.
As you get older, you realise that you can't do as much as what you used to do, and it's that realisation, acceptance, that is a bastard. It really is. It really is.
How long? Because obviously you must be down south. How long to do from where you are, say from Brands Hatch up to Wales? How long would that take you in a car normally?
Not a clue, mate, because I'm not from Wales.
I'm saying, where are you from? Are you from South?
No, mate. I'm well up north.
Oh, you're up north. All right. How long from here? Where? No, not really. Well, it should
Dudley,
only take.
Listen, Watchman, I just want to say go to sleep. Great. Thanks very much and good night. Thanks for coming in. Thank you.
Yeah, good night, fella.
Well, normally it takes 4 hours to get from where I live to my mate's house, which is 290 odd miles. Now it takes me just over 9 hours.
I used to do from where I live to Brands Hatch in about 3 hours on bike.
Yeah, I couldn't even. It takes me 9 hours. Well, 9 hours and 20 minutes, I think, to get from my house to my mate's, where it should only take me 4 hours.
Jesus.
I can't sit in the car for that length of time now. I have to just get some so far, get out, have a walk about for half an hour, then get back in, another couple of hours, out, back, and that's the only way I can get around now.
Well,
It's tricky for me.
Do what you can do, mate.
Well, that's what I do.
Just keep it moving. I said to me dad, like my father, he's had cancer for quite a few years, but it spread into different places, and it started off in his kidney. He had that out, then it went into his lung, but for some strange reason, it went into his right knee. And he was like, "Oh, for ages," and I'm saying, "Oh, Dad, it's probably going to wear and tear and things like that." And I said, "Well, go and get it checked out and X-rayed and all that." And he did, and apparently one of his bones in his knee joint was like a matchstick. It had shrunken, and they said, "We've found cancer cells in it. That's what's eating away at it." And he said, "You're going to have to come in straight away because if we can't pin it, we're going to have to pin it, because if we don't do that, you're going to lose from your knee above. Or your knee down, should I say." They just got it in time and said it's funny, it didn't shatter. It wouldn't have broken. Apparently, they said it would have shattered. But they got it and pinned it, and he kept his leg. You know what I mean?
Lucky then. That was lucky.
Yeah.
But I've got in my left knee, I've got no cartilage at all in it now. And then I've got osteoarthritis in it, and the right one it's got a bit of cartilage, but that's the minute little bit, and I've got osteoarthritis in that, and I've got arthritis in my back as well. So it's just the amount of bones I broke for doing these shows and that, getting blown up, getting shot off horses, buildings. And I never thought about it back then. Never ever thought about it. But now, I wish I did. Yes, mate.
Distant rules up your area, ain't it, in Wales from England at the minute?
Hang on, say that again. So, different rules. Yes. If you're going anywhere, I've heard, I don't know how true it is, because I don't listen to the news up here, that you've got to have passports now to go into like big places like nightclubs and big venues and holiday parks and places like that where there's a lot of people. So they're going to end up bringing it in everywhere down here. So
why am I? Because when I put the holiday today through the company I booked with, I needed to send them my vaccination my vaccination card through before I take my booking.
Yeah, because that proves to them now they can show it. They can send that to wherever you're going to prove that you haven't got anything and that you are vaccinated. But I think it's stupid because they're now telling people your medical history, because that's part of your medical history.
And apparently, some people with face masks, you can't walk about in Wales without face masks. Is that white cop or not?
No, you can walk about. You can have no face masks on. A lot of people, I'm going to be honest, the rules are up here. You go into any building, you've got to wear a face mask. 99.9% of the people up here don't wear them. They walk into the Tesco's and they walk into shops. No one says anything. So to actually state that it's different, yeah, it is, but you're meant to wear them. But a lot of people just don't bother now.
But
Like,
it's not a
Dale
law.
went-
It's not a law to wear a mask, though, is it?
No, it is mandatory up here. You can get a fine up here now.
What in Wales?
Yeah, unless you've got an exemption card or something to prove that you're an exempt. If you go in there and you just say I'm exempt, they won't accept it.
But by law, you don't need to show an exemption card.
Nope. I know. Tell me about it. But if you don't show something, they won't let you in anywhere.
What a load of bollocks. Really, that is untrue.
I am going to tell you now, I totally agree with you. I won't wear them. I've not worn a mask since they started.
No, I am not.
I've not obeyed by their rules. Like, I went into me and little AW went into I think it was a Morrison's somewhere. And I was going to buy him something to eat. And we went in, they said, oh, you got to sign in and like the track and traces. I don't do it. Oh, we can't serve you then. I went, pardon? I said, nah, not doing it. So where's your manager? She went, oh, we've got to do it by law. I said, no, you haven't. I said, I ain't getting, I'm not. I said, I walked over there. I said, you got all your bloody details spread out on a piece of paper in front of everybody. So I could walk over there, take a picture of the bloody pictures of the phone numbers, addresses and everything, and walk off and go round and give them abuse. And you're leaving it out so people can bloody well see it.
Yeah, exactly that.
And I went, no. They said, oh, you can do it on there, though. I said, no, my phone won't accept it. What do you mean? I said, my phone won't accept it. What do you mean it won't accept it? I said, well, I programmed it to tell you lot to fuck off when you want me to do it.
UK transparency, do you know what, mate? I've said this before. It's coming. Let's be careful, guys, on my live about, taking things.
Oh, sorry,
do you
I
know what I
apologise.
mean?
Yeah.
Throwing drivers off, guys. I just want to say thanks very much to Yvonne for your support and your backup and your love.
See you later,
Thank you very much.
Bye,
You
Yvonne.
and
I
Paul,
apologise.
as a matter of fact, if I can just add Yvonne as a mod, like I've added Paul, so that's up to date. Thanks very much. Are you going to say something, Steph, or just hang around?
Do you want to guess this picture?
Pardon?
Do you want to guess what this is in this picture?
A dog.
Which one? The one on your screen?
No, a different one.
Yeah, go on. I'll have a guess.
You'll have to put it on, Dino, for them to see it.
Can't see
Oh,
it.
right.
It should be there
there
now.
it is.
Go on, let's have a look. Can you take that brochure down, the name down for us?
Yeah, sorry about that. There
It's
you
all
go.
That actually looks like,
Plasticine.
yeah, plasticine or it might be one of them
Cables.
them sweets that's got
Licorice all
like a
sorts.
tube in the middle.
None of you are right so far.
None of us.
Did you mention a dog?
What is it then?
Someone's very close in the chat.
Oh, I better look in the chat then.
How are you doing, Trevor?
It's bubblegum.
Yeah, that's right. It's bubblegum.
Okay. How you doing, Al? No worries. Good to see you. Thanks for your support.
I'm gonna be honest. I haven't got a clue.
Nah, it's a bit random, that, isn't it? What's this about?
I've
Go on,
two
Steph.
more
What is
pictures.
Bubblegum
Can I
there.
just say, what's a great story club you don't hear? Can I just answer this one thing in the chat from
Go for it.
Snow in 1967? No, you don't hear from professionals, no. But I did a lot more than just that sort of work. I actually used to do the proper rodeos as well, where you ride the unbroken horses and the unbroken steers. And that's where I lost best part of my teeth. I got kicked in the mouth by a double barrel shotgun by them. So yeah, don't come off backwards.
Can I just give sorry guys, a quick shout out to Christopher Aaron. I was walking through town today and I got stopped by the security guard. And he said, "Excuse me, are you Dino?" I went, "Yeah." He said, "I popped on your live the other night and I mentioned the TV license live that I did with someone." And he said, I popped the question in, how does it affect shared housing and things like that. I said, "Oh, right, mate, yeah. Sorry, I didn't recognise your name," and things like that. But he said hello to me today. He's a security guard where I live in the town centre. And he was really polite, nice guy, said hello, mentioned the fact he popped in and put a question in there. And yeah, mate, good to see you as well. And I'll probably bump into you soon as well. And thanks for watching, mate. I did ask you, have you watched any other videos, or was it just a one-off random you popped in? And he said, "No, I've watched your videos." So there's a security guy, guys, and I'll give him a shout out because he's someone who does his job properly, and that's what we want. So thanks, Christopher. Thank you, mate. Thanks for popping in.
Much respect to you.
When I come up to in December to that area, I'm only back them 3 days and I go again then to Quickier.
Lucky.
Right. You're getting about and about, aren't you, Ben?
He is, isn't he?
I reckon it's doing him a lot of good, though. It's definitely doing him a lot of good because Ben, since he started going out, in fact, before he started, going out, he was really down, and then he started going out, going on holiday and doing a bit of granny stuff. And then he's come back a bit all right.
He's come back more cheerier. Do you still want to look at these cars, though, Ben?
Yeah, I do, buddy.
Well, the guy is back in tomorrow, so I can always try to pop down and speak to him and sort out send you some pictures and that if you wish.
Yeah, no problem, buddy.
All right, email me your phone number.
Yeah, well, okay, mate.
All right.
Okay, cool.
Cut.
Yeah, no, so I'm looking forward to going all them miles in like 2 weeks. I got 5 days up, 5 nights up, well, 4 nights up one area, then I'm back for 3 nights, and I go again for 4 nights.
Ben, whatever keeps you happy, mate, whatever's affordable and
enjoy
keeps
it.
You going, you keep doing it. If it's not broke, don't fix it. Keep yourself.
From December, there's nothing going back out then to March, and I'll be landed up home for 3 months.
At least you sound a lot more cheerier than even the first time I heard you. You sound a lot better. So it must be doing you the world of good.
Yeah, now I'm a bit low today, but with what gone on, what I found out.
Well, yeah. I heard you say something to Dino on the backstage.
I don't know if I say it, Dino. I don't want to get you in any trouble, buddy.
Yeah,
someone
keep it to yourself, mate.
Yeah, give me a bow, Dino. That's how you know.
Yeah, you don't have to share it, fella.
Personal thing. It's unless it helps you getting it out, unless it helps you thinking about it.
All over the media, buddy, round here.
Yeah.
Someone I grew up with got murdered on Friday night.
Okay.
It's getting worse, isn't it, everywhere?
Do you want to... Would it help if you talked about it? Because I don't mind, but if
I
you
don't-
want to keep it to yourself, then
I don't really know much. All I know, he got murdered there. 20-year-old man in custody. Went to court today and been remanded in custody. That's all we know.
okay, mate.
When did this
Well,
happen,
you-
Ben?
In Oxford,
It's ringing bells, is this? I saw something on news earlier.
I knew the lad. I grew up with him. He's 4 years older than what I am.
Right.
Right. That's up to you, Ben. If you want to,
You know, like when you
Disclose
grew up
anything.
with someone, you know, knew each other well, you know. It's and even sunk in now, guys.
okay, mate. You take your time on it. You know,
Takes a while, mate.
if you think talking helps about it, then you've got people on here now who, you know, won't give you any bullshit or anything like that, but they'll try and help you and be honest about it. People don't know the answer to anything, they will tell you that. So it's up to you, mate. Take your time.
Yeah, no,
please.
it's just shocking after, you know, when you know the person, you know, digesting it.
Yeah, mate. I know. I think a lot of us know in that situation. I do, but it's up to you. You know, talking helps. It's helped you before. You don't have to say nothing tonight, but the more you find out, if you want to talk about it, mate, you know you're welcome
Yeah,
on
no, I
my
understand.
channel.
We just got to be careful what we say at the minute, you know, 'cause we don't know, you know, what's going on or nothing. You know, all we know one guy in custody. That's all we know. What the media reporting.
Well, right then. I think, yeah, if you want to leave it there, and then it's up to you in the future, any developments. If you want to
Yeah.
talk about it, mate, it's up to you.
No, honestly, you know, at the minute you just got to be careful. You know,
That's sad news, though, that is, Ben. So sorry about that, mate. Quite harsh, that is. So, Steph, do you want to say anything?
You can put on the next picture and try to guess what that is.
That looks like a grid with some kind of moss, or I don't know.
No, you should know what it is, do you know?
I know what it is.
Yeah.
Haggis?
No.
It's not a kebab. That's for a fact.
Well, is that a knife?
No, it's a shovel.
A shovel?
Well, it's
That
cattle
ain't some
feed.
sort of grass, is it?
It's
I have
cattle
to speak
feed.
one at a time.
Cattle feed.
No.
Some sort of grass?
No.
Any clues?
Oh, right.
Dino eats this.
I don't know what he eats.
It's got to be plant, some kind of plant, then.
Vegan burger.
Yeah, that's
It's
it.
not. That's a vegan
yeah.
burger.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like it.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that on a barbecue thing then?
No, that's how they make it. If you go onto how it's made on
Yeah.
YouTube and type in vegan burger, this will
Yeah.
show up.
So what is that?
That's
It's the
all.
patty.
That's all shite that goes into it, mate.
Yeah.
That's the
Alright,
full patty
but-
right there. So they take that and then they squish it into a patty shape, and that's the full burger. But it's just not been shaped yet.
Well, that looks really appetizing, does that?
It actually looks. It's actually looking like what you give to a horse feed.
Yeah. I thought it was cattle feed.
I thought it kind of looked a bit like poo. Not like cow poo.
Well,
That's why I left the
I
shovel.
can guarantee you one thing: there was definitely no cruelty involved in that.
Mate, if I ate that, there'd be
But
cruelty
that
involved.
another random thing there from Steph.
I have two more,
Yeah.
I think.
You've two more. Okay, let's have a look.
Mate, if I ate that, it'd come out all the rents looking same, mate. I'll be honest.
I wouldn't eat it.
Well, yeah, that's a point. Yeah.
I very rarely.
Crispy.
I'll be honest. I very rarely eat meat, but I still wouldn't eat that. I like the only meat I really.
To me.
Yeah, the only meat I really like is lamb or beef. I don't like anything else.
Yeah, I'm
Right.
same, mate. I'm the same.
Like the worst part is when it's Christmas and everyone else wants turkey, and I want mint. I want like chicken or not chicken, mint beef or lamb.
Yeah.
And they go, that's not Christmas dinner. I said, well, it is in my house.
Yeah,
You know the pictures there now.
I like goose, mate, at Christmas. Always.
What?
Goose.
No, I
Guess
don't
what
eat
I
that
got
either.
Guess what I went and got on Friday, Eddie?
Go on.
Go
mate.
on.
A leg of goat.
A leg of goat. Mate, goat is a nice meat. It really is.
I eat a lot of goat, I do.
I don't think I've ever had goat meat. I've had lamb, but I don't think I've ever had goat.
No, I haven't.
Goat is a lot. It's very similar to lamb, but a lot more.
Richer.
Yeah. It tastes better than lamb. It's a
I
nice
don't think I
meat.
could eat it.
It's mate. It's nice. Honest.
I think
if
they're just talking about meat, and I think isn't it? Ain't they know not vegetarian. What's the other one? Vigo. Is it Vigo or
Vegan.
vegan?
Yeah.
Should we
You know,
really talk
isn't it
about meat
richer?
like that?
You don't mind. You don't mind that.
See there. He's
Yeah,
run
first,
away.
I think first time I ate goat, I were in Greece. We ordered it. Obviously, it were in Greek with menu and everything else. So right, random. Let's just go for it. You know, with mates and what have you. It just says right. I'll have one of them. It come out, and I got 4 bits of meat in like a soup. And it turned out it was a goat stew. And you know, it was absolutely gorgeous. It was spot on.
Quick question. Would you, if you had a bit of lamb come out, lamb this is, and it's the head, or even a goat head, and they said, right, the best part of the whole thing is its eyeballs, would you eat it?
Yeah,
You
I have done.
No, I couldn't do that. That would. I watch it on. I watch it on I'm a Celebrity, and I think, could I do that? No.
When I was in Turkey, mate, that's what they brought.
Oh no.
Right, and you sort of carve away at the head. You know, you get your meat off it and everything else. And they actually came up and said you can eat the eyes. And I tried one. Did it taste of anything? No. Would I eat it again? No.
That looks like sausage, but it does look like something else, though.
That's a sewage pipe.
No.
It's a chocolate ice cream machine.
No.
Is it sausage?
It's not sausage, but it's related to sausage.
Frankfurter.
No.
Black pudding.
No.
It's related to a sausage.
It's a pepperoni machine, isn't it?
No.
All right, it's not one of them.
Someone in the chat's got it.
I haven't got the chat open, so.
Hot dogs.
Yeah. That's when they've basically that's when they've like got all the stuff and then they've like blended it all together.
And there's not an ounce of meat in there.
But do you know? Yeah. Question. Do you know what is actually in a sausage?
Yeah, because I watched a video of it today. There's
Right, you've
off-cut
watched it.
chickens.
Hang on.
And
Don't
off-cut
anything. Hold on. So, what do you reckon? What else? He said a couple of them. What else do you reckon that's in a sausage?
Right. My dad was a butcher, mate. I used to watch him make them. I used to watch everything that went into it.
I
Majority
used
of
to
it.
make them.
Yeah, majority of it were oats or wheat or whatever, barley, depends. But I used to watch him make them.
Used to be when I did it when I was an apprentice. They used to have brain, heart, lungs, intestines, and whatever else in them. Nearly everything. Anything they can't sell.
Yeah, it's all awful, isn't
it? All minced up and bungs in a sausage.
Yeah, all the awful, mate.
Yeah. When I was working, I went.
Yeah, but I think
I went vegetarian. When I worked there, I actually didn't eat no meat for 2 years because I knew what was going in them.
Yeah, I mean, they brought a law out where if it were a pork sausage, that's what it had to contain, or percentage, beef sausage, etc., etc. They couldn't put offal in sausages anymore, so that don't happen now.
Yeah, I don't know.
Let's try this one.
Rebar.
Bloody hell.
That looks like the metal step things. What you go down a manhole then?
No,
it could be a beach. Could go down to a beach though. I want to know what that big bit is at the side of it. I've only got a small window, very small. So if I turn it the right way now.
Well, you've got rebar there fastened into walls. Obviously, that's a stepway going down, isn't it? I would say that's a sewage sluice or a sewage pump.
You know, another thing it could be a car wash one, like the big brush. No,
it's not. Give us a
I don't know that.
It's something you put in your tea.
Something you put in your tea?
Sugar?
Yeah,
What,
that's how they. Yeah, that's how they make the sugar. So this is, you know how they have I can't remember what the sugar cane when they get the liquid.
Yeah.
Because they extract it, they put it into here and they mix it all up. So that's it being mixed up right now.
That's actually doesn't look very appetizing, does it?
No.
It really doesn't. Your friend is in Backstage and keeps sending messages over, do you know?
What's that?
Your friend in the private chat.
Oh, mate, I've sorted him out.
Oh,
yeah. But he's still sending messages over.
No, it's fine.
Yeah, no, I'm going to say, Eddie, the only place I can get goat from is the Halal Butcher.
In all honesty, mate, I wouldn't buy any halal meat whatsoever.
What is halal meat then? What's the difference between that and normal meat?
Right.
Isn't it just been blessed on or something?
No. Right. You go to... Oh, God, here we go. Right. It's a religious thing, mate. Right. You go to an abattoir and watch how they dispense with it. Right. They dispense with a cow. You're seeing bolt through head. That's it, done.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. You go to an halal abattoir. What they do, they hang it up and they slit its throat and let it bleed to death. That's
they do that. But they do that in the abattoir in Clanrusted down by me. They grab hold of them, they slit their throat while they're walking in, and then they hang them up.
Yeah, that's halal. Yeah, because they're bled dry. They're bled dry. It's like your Jewish, your Muslims, everything else. They'll only eat that type of meat if it's been bled. Right.
Yeah. They do that over here.
Right.
That's over here, and it actually goes to the Tesco's.
Yeah. And they're not allowed to sell it unless it's stated it's halal. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So normally, if a cow goes in and it's dispensed with it gets a bolt through its head, as does a pig, as does a sheep. Halal is slit its throat and it's led to bleed. That's the difference, mate. And I will never eat. I will not eat halal meat because I think the way that they dispense with them is cruel. And it's prolonged. It's prolonged.
Well, it's suffering. Because they actually chop the head off while it's moving. What, still alive? Most of them.
Well,
we're gonna end that one.
Thank you.
We're gonna. Do you know what I mean? Thanks,
Yeah.
Steph, for
Yeah.
randomly just bringing that
Yeah,
up out
sorry
of
about that.
nowhere.
But yeah, what can we talk about now?
I'm off to bed, Dino. I'll see you on Wednesday night on Fodology.
You won't, mate. It's not happening.
Oh, okay. I didn't
No,
realise.
yeah, no worries, mate. There'll be other lives. Don't worry about that.
So I didn't realise.
Don't
Sorry,
get
no one told
Ben,
me.
I'm live tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow night, Cop. Then. So I didn't realise it wouldn't happen.
What time are you going live, Cop?
Right, 10:30. Well, I think I've set it for 10 tomorrow. I think I'm going on at 10, finishing about half past 12 because I've got to be up at 6, and I've been getting no. Every time I do live, I never get any sleep because I say I'm going to go on for a couple of hours, and it ends up going like the other night, weren't it, Dino? I said I'm only going to be on for a couple of hours, and it ended up I don't know 5, 6
we all
o'clock
say
in the
that.
morning.
We all say that.
So
Sometimes.
Tuesday, it's probably about about 2.5 hours, 3 hours max. I'm going home for.
So
Hopefully.
No worries, mate. I'll try and jump on and say hello.
If you're about
Yeah,
that
as I
time,
said-
mate, I'll come on.
Yeah, as I said to you, Dino, you're more than welcome anytime you want, mate.
Yeah, cheers for that, mate. Thanks for coming on here tonight as well. Great conversation. As
It went
always.
Yeah, it's not your cup of tea though. Come on, you should have told us to shut up ages ago.
No, he's fine, mate. He's fine with it. He knows. We've had this conversation before. I mean, vegans, non-vegans, it makes no difference. We're all people, and that's it. So yeah,
I'm not a preacher. Some people are, you know what I mean? I mean, that subject we brought up out of nowhere for some reason. But there you go.
Yeah, no,
Ian
I think it was
Southern,
them.
just want to address that.
I think it was them pictures that
Yeah.
Steph was bringing over. That was random, and I don't know. It was just like bits of animals and then Ben came on and said about the goat's legs and things like that, and then it got onto that conversation.
yeah.
But yeah, it wasn't.
I've had it at me before, and I've always had a laugh with it, and that's about
but
it.
you know how far to go.
And let people talk and things like that. I just want to address this.
Yeah,
Ian Southern, if you just give me a minute, guys.
Dino, did you want somebody to address that comment?
Pardon?
Did you want somebody to address that comment?
Well,
I did.
I'll do it.
No, it's all right. I've done it, mate. I put him in timeout.
Oh, well, that's fine, because Ian Southern was a supporter.
Yep. It's all right being a supporter, but going on other channels, mate, and not being a supporter is not correct.
Yeah.
There we go, mate. Enough said.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
I'll see you
I've
then.
known this guy for a long time, Ian Southern. You know, met him in real life, knows all about me, and vice versa.
So, do your new Saturday start from this Saturday, Dino, or when?
Yeah, it'll be this Saturday, mate.
It'll be
it'll carry on in a slightly different way.
Yeah.
Ian Southern.
Starting at 8 o'clock.
Dear. If only you know what's to come. That's all I'll say on that one.
Yep.
You cannot judge me because you don't know me.
I take it the Wednesday is over permanent then now, Dino, just so I know going forward.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sorry to ask, just so I know, so I can get my new routine.
Yeah, if you've got your bell on, on Dino's channel, it will notify you when he goes, and then at least then you won't miss it.
No, I do. I got the bell, but I get my
dear.
Sorry, I got the bell, but I get myself used to my routine. Dino, if you know what I mean.
I know what you mean. Bye, sir.
I know what you mean as well. I think Dino's going to go and address something just then.
Right, I'm just going to go silent a minute. I've got a phone call coming in.
No worries. No, just saying good night to Steph.
Question,
So
Good night, sir.
Dino, I got a new routine. I literally, since last week, I deleted a lot of people I was watching. So I've only got
right.
like a handful of people now, and I feel so much better with it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
same here, mate.
I've got rid of quite a
Yeah.
few as well, actually. Saying that, same as the
Yeah.
mods, I've got rid of a few mods as well. Didn't want
Yeah,
to, but I
same
had too
here.
many.
It's bit of a clean out, really. You get to know
Yeah.
as time goes on. You get to know.
The right ones and the wrong ones.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
I'm
I'm
going.
not gonna say much. This is just a friendly evening,
Well,
and just to let
you're,
people know, because supporters have commented and said, Dino, carry on. And I thought, why should I let supporters down and people like that? So I've just had a break. That's all. Reassessed.
that's what I said to you last week, didn't I?
Found a lot of things out, and I'll bide my time and watch this space and all that.
I'm off anyway,
So,
guys, and I'll catch up with
no
you.
worries, Ben.
I'll see you
Ben,
Saturday,
don't,
for that before, and I'll see you tomorrow night, cop.
yeah, don't
Thanks,
forget,
mate.
drop me an email. I'll
Yeah, I
pop down
will.
to the garage tomorrow and during the day. So drop me your
Yeah.
email tonight with your number, and I'll ring you tomorrow when I'm down there.
Okay, bye.
Right, good night.
See you, Ben. Take care, mate. Keep your chin up.
Yeah,
Yeah, Ben. He's been up and down recently, but from
yeah,
where he was to now, fantastic. He's done all the work. He's been
well,
chatting to a lot of us, and okay, we've helped a bit, and he's done all the
we
work, and we'll keep supporting him.
yeah, we try to keep him. I keep sharing his channel, trying to build his channel up a bit more.
Ian Southern, you're very welcome to come on. What I'll do is I'll put the link in there if you're brave enough. If you're not brave enough, mate, go and do one. So-called supporter. There's the link. If you want to come on, it'd be even braver of you actually if you showed your face as well. But I doubt you will. Right, just thought I'd drop that one in. Hopefully you will. I don't even know why you're there, mate. I'm sorry, I'm just talking to myself because someone's backstage.
You carry
I've
on.
left Crinkle there because I'm thinking, shall I, shan't I? I don't totally dislike the guy at all.
Well, Dino, you remember the other night he was on mine? He was good as
I
gold.
do remember the other night. It was a respectful night. It was your
Yeah, it
show.
was.
You're a very good host, by the way, and it was conducted. It was conducted well.
Thank you.
I never had, I don't on my Fridays. It's got a bit like that with himself and Fluke. And in fact, Fluke, why would you have to come backstage now? Right, let me just say Fluke, right, because I will bring you on because I have massive respect for Fluke and I'll always stick up for him and I don't care what anyone says, right, about him. But all I'm saying is, Fluke, it's going to be different from now on, mate. There's going to be no talking over each other. There's going to be, a bit more respect and things like that. I know, mate. And I just want to move on in a different way because I've took a lot of stuff in, a lot of flack, a lot of criticism. I can take that. But I just want the lives to keep going well because I know Fluke has many important things to say. And I think sometimes on my lives, when it gets a bit heated and a bit deeper, if you like, we're wasting time. A lot more can be said. So we're wasting time. So we need to shrug off the shit, the bullshit, and the people who are trying to wind us up and that, and let's crack on. And I promise you, I'll control the lives, whereas it won't get kind of out of hand or people talking over each other or disrespecting each other. Whether you like each other or not, just have that respect on a live stream. If it's your own live stream, fair play. It's your rules, whatever. I've give totally freedom of speech to everybody. And I've learned a lot from it, and I've tried my best. So from now on, Flute, let's just keep it cool and just have a bit more respect, mate, because the other night went a bit wrong, and I didn't know what was going to happen, and things got out of hand. And the thing is, on my live, as you know, I get a lot of comebacks from it and a lot of flack from it. So I don't want it to be like that anymore. So, right, and I know you're there, Crinkle. Right,
well, I'm back, mate. I'm back, mate. I've just been listening.
All right. Sorry, mate. Never even knew you were there in the first place. Never missed you 1 minute.
Twat.
Right, it was my turn. Anyone new in the chat who's joined, thanks for coming in, guys. Massive respect, much love. How you doing, Tyrone? Ian Southern, you can fucking do one. None of you are going to wind me up tonight.
Yeah.
Okay? I'm just going to carry on being myself. So I'm going to bring Fluke on. Right, guys.
Just before Fluke says anything. Right, Ian Southern, you've just mentioned a comment, honesty is beautiful. It is, mate. It really is beautiful if you're honest. But when you listen to people and start spouting comments like you have, mate, that comment you made, honesty is beautiful, is totally incorrect, mate.
Right.
Yeah.
For someone who you know who shows the true colours, you'd have to know them, right? You'd have to know that person for a long time to have realised that that person is... Are you going off me being online, my videos, my live streams? Is that all you're going off? Is that it? A few hours a week? Ian Southern? You're just another two-faced person who knows nothing. No facts, nothing. You've gone off hearsay and you've jumped on a bandwagon because you're weak. You can't be an impartial person. You've no empathy. You're a weak-minded person who would rather jump on the majority side. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'd leave it at that now.
You're too scared to, you know what I mean? Please, I'll put the link up again. If you want to come on, Ian, and back up what you're saying, you don't have to show your face. If you did, you'd be a braver man, I reckon. But I don't think you are. Another night, I'm not afraid of coming. Why is it always another night? I'm decent, we'll talk with you later. How? How are you going to talk with me later? Have you got my number?
Dino, got what to speak, mate.
Right, no worries. Ian, whenever you're ready, mate, another night, not good enough. How about tonight? You're the one making the comments. You're very welcome on tonight. Why delay it? If you've got something to say, which you have, and you're saying a few things, now's the time. Tonight's the night. Let's hear you, or even better, let's see you, coward.
Dino, Cop wants to speak, mate.
Yeah, no, well, you know,
go on,
there
Cop.
you go. There's the link, Ian. See you in a minute. Not.
Go for
there
it,
you go, Cop. I'm sorry, mate.
Right, Dino, if you like, since you've been talking to him, you've got yourself a little bit wound up, a little bit. I know you're going to say you never, but you can tell it in your voice. The best way to deal with that is give him a certain amount of time. Say, right, you've got 10 minutes. If you're not in 10 minutes, then it's see the highway and
he'll not be in.
Log on. And leave it that way.
Yeah, no, he'll not be in. They're just cowards, keyboard warriors. No content, 3 subs.
That's what I'm saying. If you let him have 10 minutes to come on, and if he doesn't come on, then let him jog on. Because you don't need people like that that's going to wind you up. Because this on your title it says a chilled night or Monday chill night or something.
Mellow
Monday. I just thought I'd address it and you know just come off the back of something. So I just thought I'd address it. And the other thing to that is, and I have kept cool, I've not changed my tone of voice really, is Ian Southern has been a supporter for a long time. That's a bit, you know what I mean?
He must have gone on another channel. He's gone on another channel and he's picked up some bits and bobs and he thinks he knows everything about everybody.
Yeah,
There's been a few like that, mate. They've all been
I've
supported.
had them. I've had them.
But they've
yeah,
come
it's a
back on.
shame, really, isn't it?
They've
I
come
mean,
back
they
on
could be
here,
watching
and
some
I've seen
shit
it.
on mainstream instead, you know.
Yeah. I've
Right.
seen
I've
it.
had them like
Other
that.
line.
So
Right,
Yeah,
good.
no worries. 99.9% the chat, the panel, everything else, 68 in. It's been mostly respectful, so thanks very much. I just thought I'd address that because there's always one monkey,
Yep.
isn't there?
there
So,
always is.
Fluke, how you doing, Fluke? Good evening, mate.
Good evening, Floke. How do we, fella?
I'm good, thank you.
Good evening.
Good. What you been up to?
I just wanted to try and join in the conversation, but the conversation is all a bit pear-shaped. So if we can delineate what the conversation's about, then we can all join in and concentrate on the conversation. So,
Yeah, I think that conversation's now gone, mate. What we're talking about. I think you might have got the fair gist of it, but yeah.
No, I didn't. But that's
It's basically we're just about people that have, been supportive on this channel. Everything else, things have happened in the last 5-6 days, and they've been going on other channels and not being supportive and taking facts or what they think are facts, which are truthful, which they're not, and then making their own mind up. And yeah, basically they're listening to the wrong people, mate. That's what the gist of it was about.
Yeah, so it's surprise. It's like people come on to certain channels and say certain things, and they talk a load of bullshit, and that's what it is. Dino, I just wanted to say that I've sent you about 6 text messages, and all of them come back no reply. And
I've changed my number, mate. I've had to.
oh, have you? Okay.
Yeah, I'm getting back to people slowly on it, but yeah, that's what's happened, mate.
Okay, no, it's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's no big issue. But I think what I wanted to say was there's a lot of stuff that's that we have to concentrate on outside of auditing and and all this other shit that's going on. And I can produce a piece of paper that can sort of tell you what's going on in the world, because when shit like this happens, right, one tyrant gives themselves a load of fucking, obligatory fucking, tyrant sort of, inflammation, and they can just go, oh, I've got all this law that I can absolutely contain. And then the next tyrant goes, I'll tell you what, if that tyrant had all of that stuff and he can implement all of that stuff, why can't I implement all of this stuff? And this is the tyrant fucking shit that we've got to go up against. And I can prove it to you right now if you want me to. So
that's what I've said all along, mate. When the police start the basic training, they do all that, everything else, and they get to go out with somebody who's their mentor for however many months or whatever it is. If that mentor has some kind of issue, that issue is going to then be passed on to that new recruit, or will then take that as gospel, and they will go on and move up and carry on, taking that as gospel. They then become a mentor with that information, and they will pass that on. It doesn't get diluted as it goes on. It gets more progressive as it goes on. And that's the issue you've got.
Yeah. Okay. Do you want to have a look at this? This is a this is pertinent to the lockstep document that I've mentioned on various live streams, and it was received 1st of September 2021, Clerk of Executive Council, Province of Saskatchewan, Canada. Right, so a province of Canada. Those who don't, Saskatchewan is a province of Canada, and it's the minister's order. Minister's order, right? And it says by order of the Lieutenant Governor of the Council, dated September 13th, 2021, a declaration of emergency has been made for the province of Saskatchewan to address the COVID-19 public health emergency, right? Powers of minister in emergency. Get this shit, right? Get this shit, right? 18.1. On making of an emergency declaration or a renewal of emergency declaration, and during an emergency period, the minister may put into operation any emergency plan or program that the minister considers appropriate. How wide-ranging is that? Anything that he thinks is appropriate, he can enact. B, authorize or require any local authority to put into effect any emergency plan for the whole municipality, so the whole county of Saskatchewan, right? Assume direction and control and emergency response of the local authority. D, acquire and utilize any real personal property the minister considers necessary to prevent, combat, or alleviate the effects of the emergency. So basically, he can take your property away from you, right? Because he considers it appropriate. How's that for some serious fucking, Jesus Christ, what are these people this is as far as you can get of totalitarian dictates that can just wipe out your finance, all of your fucking personal rights are just wiped out the window because this guy says that he's got the right to take away your rights. This is fucking disgusting. This is fucking disgusting.
Right, okay. That's in Canada, mate. Do you think that's going to happen in UK?
The point that I was going to make was, Biker, and I think people need to understand this. This is what happens when one tyrant says that he can contain all of this shit and he's got all of the power in the world and he just dictated it and wrote it down on a piece of paper. Do you know what's going to happen? The next tyrant's going to go, I know, I'm going to write all that shit down on a piece of paper. And the next tyrant's going to write it down on a piece of paper and he's going to dictate that he has the right to do all of this shit that's in this piece of paper. Because once one of them sees it, they're all going to follow it. And they're going to go, right, they're all sociopaths and psychopaths, right? So they're going to go, I'll tell you what, if Mr. Smith has got this right in Saskatchewan, right, then I'm going to follow that, and I'm going to dictate that I've got the right to do all of that, and it just goes on and on and on. And we've seen this for the last 18 months, right? And it ain't going to change because once these people think they've got the power to do this, they're going to fucking do it. Don't think they're not going to do it because they will fucking do it. Because if they think that one person's got the right to do this bullshit, and I haven't finished yet, trust me, right? They will all try and do it.
I can't, in my opinion, I can't see that happening in the UK. I mean, look at how New Zealand instigated their legislation, how Australia instigated it. Did we follow it? Not really. Not really. Yeah. We could have done. We could have followed that, but it's been proven that what they did were absolute bollocks.
Eddie, let's not be naive, yeah? Because
I'm not naive at all, mate.
No, at the end of the day, when this shit comes in, and it comes in where does it come in? Australia, like you said, New Zealand, Canada, the US, and the UK, the Five Eyes countries. Why is it always the Five Eyes countries that come in with the harshest lockdowns and the harshest bullshit and the harshest shit that comes in over vaccines and all the rest of it and everything else. The reason it comes in is because we are the most surveilled countries on the planet, right? That's where, you know, to a certain degree, that's where, you know, a lot of the, you know, bullshit, retard and shit comes in over that, auditing comes on. Because what's it all about? It's all about them surveilling us, but we can't surveil them. So let's just read into this, because this is a government. This is stamped and signed by the government of Saskatchewan in Canada, right? And I'll tell you what, here's the scariest thing. And it goes on about control of prohibitive Saskatchewan and how many they control your travel and how you commerce and how you can interact with this, that, and the other. And it goes into, hang on, let me just find it what it was. Those persons were stopped. Right, here we go. Section J, right? Authorize the entry into any building or any land without a warrant. Right? Oh, sorry. Authorize the entry into any building or any land without warrant by any person in the course of the implementation of an emergency plan. So they basically just go, well, I say that this is an emergency plan, so I can take your property away from you, and I can take your land away from you, I can take your livestock away from you, and I can take you as a person away from whatever land you own, your house, your fucking, your property, whatever you want. We can take everything away from you, right? And distribute that land and property away from you so we can see. This is fucking disgusting, right? Here's another one. This is even worse, right? And listen to this, right? Because anybody that's been listening to what's going on in the real world that goes on over the whole COVID bullshit, right, needs to listen to this, right? Section J. Section KI. Section I. Procure or fix prices of food, clothing, fuel, equipment, medical supplies, or other essential supplies of Saskatchewan during the emergency period. So basically, they're giving themselves the right to fix prices of food. Where do you think this is going to go? These people are giving themselves the right to fix the price of the food that you consume, the electricity that you consume, every fucking thing that you've got. They're going to fix, they can give themselves the right to fix the price that you pay for those commodities. How do you feel about that?
I need to read that myself, mate. Have you got a link for that you can post or whatever?
It's there.
Well, yeah, I can see that. Have you got a link so I can access that?
Yeah. Hang on a sec. Oh, dearie me.
Right,
sorry about that, guys.
Sorry, mate. You post that link, Flo. Right, I'm going to have to shoot off. I will grab that. Dino, don't delete this live.
No, I won't.
I'll access it tomorrow. I'll have a read through that. Right, I've got to shoot off. Right, take care, all.
Yeah, cheers, Eddie. Thanks for your support and always. Thank you for everything.
No problem.
Yeah.
Flo, I will look at that link tomorrow, mate, if you've got it up, mate.
You like Red?
Yeah, be good, all. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thanks, mate. Bye, Eddie. Same guy.
Yeah, it's a shame that he wouldn't stick around until I put up the link.
He did say check it out tomorrow, mate, and
Yeah,
You know?
tomorrow's a bit too late because every time that somebody says, "I'll check it out tomorrow," tomorrow's a bit too late because this shit,
okay, mate.
this shit needs to go out today. It doesn't need to wait till tomorrow.
No, I agree, Fluke. I agree, but please calm down on it. Biker Eddie's all right. He's got someone to look after.
I'm not slagging Biker Eddie. What I'm saying to
No,
people is,
I know you're not slagging
if
him
you
off.
were
You don't slag
really
anyone off.
seriously concerned about what was going on today, and I found that shit out 2 weeks ago, right? And I've been putting it out, and other people have been putting it out, including various other channels
Right,
have put
but
it out.
Fluke, not everyone is either in the mood or whatever. He will check it out. I know he will. He is out for the truth. He is, you know, he's a good guy. Don't, you know, calm down on him. Please. I don't want any shit on my lives anymore.
Okay, I'll tell you what. I'll stick it in the channel now, right? Documents, downloads, e-planning act.
In fact, can I just say, Fluke, that Biker does a lot of research and, you know, he does spend a lot of time finding things out and trying his best to read up on things, but he has got limited time, if you like, because he has a sick wife and he spends a lot of time looking after. And I know for a fact, and he's said it on many lives, that between 10 and 11, in fact, it's way past his bedtime, let's put it that way. And I know for a fact he will check it out. And your passion always shines through, mate. And we'd love everyone to check things out right now. It's just, it doesn't happen that way. In fact, you might have froze, Fluke, actually.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. It's all right. Biker.
Right, I'm back. Right, I'm not disregarding what you're saying, Fluke. When I said I'll read your link tomorrow, I will read your link tomorrow. Right, I will do that without a doubt. For me, stopping on now is not an option. For you saying that I should stop on, mate, you haven't got a clue what I'm doing right now. So please respect what I'm doing. I said what I was going to do tomorrow, and respect what I said I was going to do. Good night.
Right, there it is. It's in the private chat, and you can copy and paste it and stick it in the general chat if you want.
Okay. Just give me a sec, guys, please.
I'm not sure if that's the right way of copying that.
Oh, hang on, wrong one. God, I'm hopeless. Just give me a sec. There we go. Why is it not letting me copy that? Okay, give us a sec. Okay, so that's the link that Fluke. Right, there it is. I think, yeah.
Yeah.
So check it out, guys. All right.
And on top of that, it says, you know.
Yeah, John, I want to say good night. Sorry, Fluke. John, good night, mate.
I just wanted to make a point.
Thanks very much for your support. Okay. Sorry, mate. A top supporter's just saying good night to everyone, and I respect that guy very much. So I just wanted to make clear that I said good night, and thanks for all your support, John. Appreciate it, mate. Thank you. John is over 70 years old, by the way, guys.
Yeah. I've seen Fusiliers John's conversations in the chat, and he's a top bloke. So
he's brilliant, massive, a guy of wisdom, and thank you, John. Thanks for your honesty and your respect for everyone. Thanks, mate. Okay, right. No one else backstage other than the man himself. Not a link. Yeah, I'll put the link up again. Give me a sec, guys.
It's irrelevant, Crinkle, you tit. Right? Anybody with a fucking half a brain can go and look up this document. It's freely available online. Anyone with half a brain can go and look it up. So don't stick all your bullshit in the fucking channel. Oh, it's a C drive and it's this and it's that drive and you can't look it up. Yeah, there it is. There's Saskatchewan. Just go to Saskatchewan's major, the actual fucking drive. It's there. It's there. There it is. You can print it off. I printed off something from Canada, right? That was on their own fucking website. And here's the actual document to the point where, see that there? See that little, I don't know where it is. Oh, hang on. Sorry. This document here is stamped by the local government saying that they've approved this document.
Flute, please. Come on. I'm not having it like I had it before, right?
I'm not having people like fucking Crinkle talking
right,
bullshit.
Well, please, Flute, please, it's my channel and everything. So I've had a lot of shit lately. I just want to calm it out, and it's not Friday. Ian Southern, ask it. Ask it. UK Transparency, thanks so much for working for me tonight, putting these channel links up to great channels, nice people. Carl Foster, who I've been in touch with, he came on Wednesdays trying to help people out with, and Flute got involved with that as well, and helped Carl out with information and stuff like that about, is it 538 hertz and music meditation and things like that. So Carl Foster, thanks. Cop Watcher 2's channels there as well, and Baz Outdoors as well. Mysterious Rider, absolutely top mod. A lot better than most, I'd say, on my channel. So what was I waiting for then? Ian Southern, your question. Where is it? Do not fuck with me at this point in time, by the way, because you don't know what's coming. Okay, I'll wait for your question, Ian. You weak piece of shit, really. Why don't you come on? Don't just come in acting all, are you happy to value children? Will you help defend our country 5th November? What the fuck does that mean compared to what you've been saying earlier? Who are you? Mickey Mouse, thanks a lot. Again, I always get a 10 quid donation off Mickey Mouse. What a sponger I am. Thanks, Mickey. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. And
actually,
I
know I'd like to say a quick thank you to everybody that supports everybody, and like Mickey Mouse just did to you. You know, stuff like that really supports everybody's channels. So, just if you want to do it, do it. If you can afford to do it, do it. If you can't afford to do it, then just, you know, come into the comments section of all of these live streams and just support people that you believe in, because I believe in this. This is what I believe in, right? And I'm going to actually quote verbatim what's said in this chat, in this province of Saskatchewan's minister's order, right? I procure, listen to this, guys, listen to this, because this is fucking important, right? Procure or fix prices of food, clothing, fuel, equipment, medical supplies, or other essential supplies, and the use of any property, services, resources, equipment with any part of Saskatchewan during the emergency period. They are going to fix prices of food. They've given themselves the right to fix the price of food and fuel and any other emergencies that they decree as an emergency. They're going to fix the price of it. Welcome to tyranny, guys. Anyone got to say anything about that? And don't get me wrong, this is where it comes from. One tyrant does it, and the next tyrant thinks, I know, because that tyrant in that county said that he can fix the price of food and fix this and fix that and fix the other, and the word is fix, right? Fix. Then the next tyrant thinks he can fix everything in his county, and it goes on and on and on. And every other tyrant realizes they got the ability to fix prices and fix everything else that goes on in their county. And it goes worldwide, and this is exactly what happens. This is what happens. This is lockstep. Lockstep document, 2010 Rockefeller document, lockstep. Everybody responds in lockstep.
Right.
That is where it comes from.
Can I just come in, Fluke? Sorry, mate, and I know what you like, and many of us do, and we could talk about this for a while, and let's save it for Saturday, mate, because it'll carry on as normal next weekend. It's just going to be on a Saturday or a Friday, but there's a fair point come up here, and I have to make new statements now, because there's going to be changes to my lives. Now, I don't think Fluke is disrespectful, but I do think, Fluke, you should give more. You shouldn't get as pissed off to people as you do get, and that's because it's not bad. It's like kind of innocent. I can come across that way to some people as well. It's like, are you fucking kidding me? Are you joking? Are your eyes not open? Are you fucking blind? But I do think, Fluke, please, with respect, on my live streams, if you can just come, like, not be as heavy, if you like. Is that fair enough, mate?
Yeah, okay. I'll tell you what, I'll try and find that. I'll try and find that link straight away off of Google, if you like. You know.
No worries, mate. I've got all respect for you. You know that. It's just I have to consider other people who, and you know it, mate. You know, and it's same with me. People just get pissed off with me and the way and things like that. And I'm thinking, well, what the fuck am I doing wrong and shit like that? But we have to keep a steady life, because a lot of people are interested, and sometimes it gets to that point, that moment where they kind of go, hang on a minute, there's no need for it to be this way. That's all I'm saying. Ian Southern, Sticks and Stones. Nobody's called you if you're like, how old are you? Right? But you're the one who were throwing sticks and stones in the first place, you hypocrite. Like I've said, you're still hanging around, and you said, oh, I might come on tomorrow. How do you know I'm doing a live tomorrow? You don't. So I'm doing a live now, and you're here in the chat now. So why don't you, if you just let me pop the link up again, is that the right one? Yeah. Come on. You don't even have to show your face. How about that for bravery? Trevor Random, are you doing? Bob, give Crinkle a chance. Right, I know we have Crinkle fans, okay? But I can't bring Crinkle on and Flukes on, because it never works. It would never work. I have time. for Crinkle. Okay, but I don't have a history like Fluke has with Crinkle, and I know a lot more than you guys do about these guys' pasts. And from what I've heard from a guy I respect called Fluke Dog, it's been ridiculous what Crinkle has been doing and saying and blah blah blah. But at the same time, Fluke, rather than forget it all, it has carried on with you, and we had a good laugh that night. Crinkle, I'm not going to bring you on, mate, while Fluke's on. I'm not going to do it because I'm trying to start I'm trying to have a brand new start with live streams, and I don't want it to carry on the same way as it did before. I made it clear at the beginning. It's a Mellow Monday. That's the title. That's the way it's been, apart from one, maybe two idiots. I don't want to spoil it. I still want Fluke to come out with his stuff. That's why I have him on anyway, because it's important, guys. Very important. Like his passion or not, tough shit. Okay. Every time I've interjected, there's been respect there, and I've been allowed to talk. That's fine, but I'm not bringing you on, mate, while Fluke's on, because it wouldn't work. I don't want my lives to be this way. You're not using my platform to have a ridiculous debate, mate. I'm not being funny, Crinkle, but you know frig all compared to Fluke. So don't even try and go there with him. You're just a wind up. But sometimes it's fun to hear your opinions and your so-called truths and things like that. And most of the time you get shown up. And that's why, you know, we have a laugh and that. There's no need to get upset with you, really. I might bring you on later if Fluke nips off. Because people do ask for you, and I'm a fair person. Right? And it's the way it's going to be from now on. I Spy Audit, how you doing? Grandad's Jukebox, I didn't get a chance to say hello to you earlier on. Al Thorpe, Etalaitha, mate. Good on there. Nice one. Good city. Anyone else who's joined as well? There's like 82 people in. There's only us on Fluke. I've got Crinkle backstage, but I don't think it's a good idea. So, right. Fluke's the man. Yeah. I mean,
sorry, Dean, I'm just trying to find the thing that I was just showing you guys. So, and I don't want to, you know, as opposed to some people, I do like to fucking, you know, I like to post the absolute relevant shit because, you know, and that way I can just prove not only what I'm saying, but what the actual Saskatchewan government is saying. This is not something, and this is, you can go on, and then you can go on and prove and sign and, you know, download this document for yourself, because it's all well and good me saying what I'm saying, but right. If you can't go and download this document, then I can't prove that it exists, right?
Let me put that link up again, Fluke. I'll put that one up again. Guys, don't judge or don't even believe what Fluke's saying, right? Check this link out, right, and go and frigging look at it yourself. Okay. There you go. I think it's gone in. And there it is. So it doesn't work. Right, okay. Oh, that's private chat. Sorry, I put it in the private chat.
It's fine. It's just
I forgot to switch over. Right, I'll put it in the main chat. There it is, guys. Sorry.
Fuck off, you cunt. Right, okay. I'll tell you what. Here's what you do. Right, you go to. Hang on. Here we go. Search government. Saskatchewan. Right, and I'll copy and paste this. into the StreamYard's chat, right? Oh no, I can't because it won't let me do it. Right, I'll put it in the
Fluke's
private
doing
chat.
that.
I'll put it in the private chat, Dino. Can you share it on the main chat?
I'll do that, mate, in 2 secs. I just want to say, excuse me.
Go onto that site and you will find this document, and it's literally stamped and dated. Hang on, sorry. I'll get all this wrong the way around. Stamped and dated, received September the 1st of the 3rd, 2021, Clerk of the Executive Council. So this is absolutely approved.
Right, I'll put that up in a matter of 10 seconds, guys, after I've said good night to Snowy 1967, who is
can you
a
say hello
massive
tonight
supporter.
to Snowy for me as well? Because Snowy's an absolutely brilliant supporter of me, and he's been so very kind.
Oh, that's nice to know that is Fluke, because I've had correspondence from Snowy and the support and after recent events. Snowy, Simon, thank you very much for everything.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. You've been very kind.
There you go, mate. That's a double, thank you, mate. Honestly, it means a lot. It really does. And Fluke will back that up. It really does. Your words alone. Right, I will go in the private chat and get this link up, guys, as soon as I can. Okay, now let's not forget how much work Fluke puts into things. So it's, if you can do, guys, if you can please click on it and have a good read through, and before you criticize anything. So don't just go off, oh, this guy said that, he's holding a piece of paper up. Check it out, okay? Then come back, have your opinion, and let's talk about it. Fluke snipped off, no one else backstage other than Crinkle. Mate, just hang in there, okay?
Well, I'll tell you what I'll do, Dino, is I'm going to jump off, and if you want to bring Crinkle on, bring him on, but I don't want to be on any channel anywhere on the planet with Crinkle. It's as simple as that. So if you want, I'll jump off, and you can bring Crinkle on, and I'll jump off. So that's fine.
Yeah,
but I just wanted to say thank you to so many people that are in your chat and in your comments section and on your live streams. Not only do they have to support me, they don't, but I love it when people question me and they say, look, where do you get this information, Fluke? Where do you get this stuff? And I try to post all of the links so that people can go and look for it themselves, you know?
Yeah. Keep asking, Fluke. Keep asking him questions. Keep asking, because he will look for the answers. And if he can, he'll bring them up. So he doesn't mind that.
I just wanted to say to the people in the chat, sorry, I've got hiccups now. To people in the chat, it's just like, this stuff is really easily to find. It's not hard to find this basic information. It's not that hard. If I can find this information and print it off from my computer in the UK, and this is based in Canada, then, you know, it's not that hard, you know. Just go and look up the information for yourselves. So, and I appreciate a lot of support. I know I get a ton of support in the chat and the comments and everything else, and I really appreciate it. But I will not, sit there and have a discussion with Crinkle, because this is the thing, Dino, right? I've got a friend of mine I've known since I was 8 years old, right? And we fundamentally disagree on one simple principle, right? He is fundamentally a bit of a racist. Do you know what I mean? And I'm fundamentally not racist. And we agree to disagree on that fundamental, concept, So when me and my friend, who I've known for over 41 years, meet up, we absolutely dodge that conversation because we know we're not going to agree on it or disagree on it, right? So why talk about it? Crinkle has been trolling me for fucking 18 fucking months. This is a guy who's been fucking
He's not been controlling you,
60,
Fluke.
60 times in
You've
36
let him get
hours,
on your nerves so much,
right?
mate.
And this is the thing, mate. I don't call Crinkle 60 times in 36 hours. So how am I bothering him? Why is he bothering me?
Right.
I don't know anybody else on YouTube that calls me 60 times in 36 hours.
Can I just say, mate, I respect you very much. You know that. You've been on that. We've spoke for many, many hours on many lives, and I respect that. How come you've allowed that? I mean, obviously you blocked him and blah, 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 and he's got back in touch with you and he's still harassing you in a way. So how is that happening?
You have to ask him because I don't know. He hasn't called me in the last couple of weeks, but when we did a live stream with Mike at Bastion Radio, Mike kicked him off because he was acting like an arsehole. And then all of a sudden, within 36 hours, I got 60 missed calls from his mobile phone, which I've got the number for, and his landline, which I've got the number for, right? And I got about 6 different voicemail messages asking me to do research with him. How would I research anything with Crinkle?
He's winding you up, mate, and you know you're in a different league to him, and I don't understand why you get so wound up with him. That's what I'm saying.
I want people to understand what these people are like. Crinkle is a first-class cunt, and he should be treated like a first-class cunt because he's not doing any research. He's not putting out any fucking information. He's got fuck all on his YouTube channel. He's got one 30-second video on his YouTube channel, and he's got 19 subscribers. Oh, bully for you, Crinkle. Why don't you use your platform, Crinkle, to start getting your information out there? You don't do it. The reason you don't do it is because you don't have a platform. You don't have a message, right? All Crinkle does is troll those, mine, Mike's, and everybody else. You was on BuzzTex earlier, weren't you? Yeah, I saw you on BuzzTex earlier, Crinkle, you fucking dipshit, right? You troll everybody else's platform because you don't have a platform. And the reason you don't have a platform is because you don't have a message, right?
Why are you doing it?
To share to anybody.
That's the question. Why, Crinkle? I know you're listening. Why are you doing it? I don't understand. You do have support for some reason, and maybe it's people who want you to come on, and people like drama and that. Even though you don't give much drama, really, compared to others. But people do kind of like you and want you to come on. You was on Buzz's last night. See what I mean? I didn't know that. But why are you doing that? I don't get it. You've no channel. You've no channel content. You've got nothing to prove on a video.
If he had such an important message that he wanted to get out to people, why doesn't
you'd have content on your channel, full stop?
You know? Then you haven't got a channel. You don't have a message. Because if you had a message, you'd have more than 19 subscribers, Crinkle, right? So go fuck yourself, right? Go to your own channel, produce your own content, and build up your own subscribers instead of trolling everybody else that's put out a ton of content over many, many years to prove their worth and prove what they're saying, right? You're not doing that, Crinkle. You're not doing that, because if you did, you'd have your own channel with your own content and your own subscribers. So go.
No, I agree.
Yourself, Crinkle.
I agree totally. But what I want to make clear is right now, right? From now on, my lives are not going to be about the same argument, Fluke. I'm just saying, you'll always be invited on mine without a shadow of a doubt. But I want all this. We need to change direction on it. I'm going to give you like a good spot to come out with your latest research or whatever you want to say. And out of all respect, I want you to stay quiet for a bit and let other people speak. And I'm going to do it that way. And I know what you like and your passion and things like that. We all do. But I'm going to have to cut it differently from now on my lives. That's all I'm saying.
Can I just
I've
just
got to
make
do.
one last point, Dino? Can I just make one
Yeah.
last point? Right. Crinkle in the private chat has just said, let me on and I'll answer. No, I tell you what, it's up to Dino because it's Dino's live stream. If he wants to let you on and let you answer, then he'll let you on and you can have a discussion, right? But the reason that you won't go on your own channel and put up your own content and prove what you're saying and and back it up with all the information that you want to impart is because you don't have an answer. You have fuck all, Crinkle. You've got nothing. Because if you did have anything, you'd be putting it on your own channel instead of trolling all the fucking auditors and everybody else like you did with Backstage earlier. You fucking lying piece of shit, right? Dino, I'm sorry, but I'm going to sign off. If you want this cunt on, bring him on.
No, it's fine,
I'll
mate. Don't get us wound up. We can move on next time. Let's talk some real shit without any interruption from people who interrupt, right? So, listen, Fluke, I'll get in touch with you before Saturday, and then...
And I can't get in touch with you because every time I send you a text message now, it says,
I've changed my number. I'm going to give you my new number. I've changed it recently. So that's why.
Is it? Okay, okay.
Yeah. I'll send it to you, and then we'll crack on before Saturday and talk about what you come up with, and talk about that on the live, and then we'll forget shit like this and not waste time in crap, and let's crack on with some truth and some research and
here's another
stuff
quick
that's
one.
important.
Crinkle said in these messages, read the feedback about me on BuzzTex earlier. Yeah, you don't realise, Crinkle, that the people in fucking BuzzTex is we're absolutely trolling you back. They were absolutely trying to lick your balls to make you look like and you thought that they were doing it. Just don't give these people any fucking time on the air whatsoever. They don't deserve it. They've got absolutely no way of deserving any shit. This is why I say to people, don't give these people any fucking airtime whatsoever. If they've got their own channel, let them go and fucking express their opinions on their own channel.
I understand that, but when other people on your channel say, bring him on and things like that, it's just, I'd like to do what I want to do. And
that's what I'm saying.
I know
you
what you're saying.
Bring him on. That's your channel. I'll go off and you can talk to him. But I'm not gonna deal with this bloke. I've been dealing with this fucking faggot for the last fucking 18 months.
No, you've made your point. You've made your point. You've made your point. You've made your point.
Me for fucking
You've made your point, but you're letting him get to you far too much, mate. You are.
And I'm not going to do it anymore. So I'm going to, if you want to have him on. That's your channel. I'll tell you what, if you're going to have him on, I'll pop off and I'll pop on later or something like that. Fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cheers. Right. Thanks, Fluke. All right, man.
Thanks for having me on, Dino, because I really do.
No, it's always a pleasure, mate. You know that. You've got a lot of respect from my channel viewers, so you're always a guest, mate. I like what you do, and do you know what I mean? It's just this little part, that's all, and we can sort that one out. Because from now on, it's going to be different, right? It's not going to be like a Friday. So, well, it is, but slight differences. So, yeah, Fluke, I might be on for, I don't know, a couple of hours yet. So, yeah.
Well, I've got to jump. I'm going to have a cigarette and just chill out for a bit.
Right.
So
Okay, you need to chill.
pop
For
back on
fuck's
in a bit.
sake, sit back. Right, guys, Fluke, yeah, he'll be back on in a bit, no doubt. So, bye. Who else is in there? Who's coming?
So I just want to say
say
quickly to people in the chat, because the people in the chat are more important than people like Crinkle, and
Fluke.
let's not focus on people like him, because he's an absolute narcissist, and he
Fluke,
loves
please.
the fact that
Please,
we
you've
talk
said
about
it. Fluke, I've said, mate, please. You've said it. Come on. Just take your break and have a breather, and we'll have a chat in a bit. And right. Right, guys, most of you know Luke. That's Fluke, right? Take him or leave him. That is Fluke. I've got all the time in the world for him, and you know, right. Just let me catch up. Crinkle, just give me. I know you're going to be there all night anyway, mate. I just want to look back. Let's have a breather. Okay. So I came on at 9. It's been 2 hours and 20. And it's been great, I think. If I can just catch up for a minute, guys. Okay. Now look, every time Fluke comes on, right, I get both ends. Okay. Fluke's great. Fluke's a wanker. Whatever you want to call him. Okay. I have respect for him, full stop. He's used to those kind of comments anyway, so you'll not get to him in that way. But for some reason, I'm going to have to talk to Fluke about this. Him and Crinkle, right? Fluke can't let it go for some reason, right? He can't, and I need to speak to Fluke about that. I'm not saying I'm the cure for it, God's sake, no, but that has got to stop. Especially in my lives, I won't entertain that anymore. June, have you been blocked? I don't know. Has somebody blocked you? I haven't. Why has June been blocked? No, you haven't, because you just made a comment. Okay. Your opinion's fine. I'm used to it. When Fluke's been on mine, okay? Just keep it as a polite opinion, that's all. Guys, please. It's my channel. Have some respect. Right. There's one guy, I think it's Paul Yeoman. I want to mention Paul Yeoman, who's a massive supporter, who said goodnight a few minutes ago, and I didn't get a chance to say goodnight back. But Paul, thank you. You see, so there's, yeah, cheers up the cherry. Up the cherries. Right, no worries. Grandad's jukebox, thanks so much as well. Right. Okay, if you can give me a minute, I'm going to take a quick break. Let me just go through this one message. Right, now, Crinkle, listen, mate. You are as bad as Fluke. In fact, you're a lot worse. Okay. What the fuck have you got against him? I don't understand, mate. what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring Crinkle on. Hi, Stephen. I'm going to bring Crinkle on. And I'm going to let Crinkle talk while I have a break. Behave yourself, mate. Please. Respect. Okay. Right. I'll be 2 minutes.
Yes, Dino, thank you for having me on, brother. I'm not so bad, really, and you've muted yourself.
Right, okay, I was just gonna say if you can just speak for a minute while I have a quick loo break and then I'll get back to you. All right. Keep it, all right.
Yeah, I will, man.
Keep it cool, no worries. All right,
Well,
cheers.
Anyway, yeah, I've been on some streams lately, and yeah, I've been more chilled because, firstly, I've stopped drinking, so I don't get too wound up by anything and don't do stupid stuff. I make good points, as people have pointed out in the chat, and people appreciate hearing another angle on these debates. I just need to put Fluke right. He's making me out to be some fucking stalker or something. Like, I ain't rung him for like 2 weeks. I rang him.
That's a wrong start.
Well,
Start.
I'd just like to explain that I rang him on 3 occasions, and it was during lives, right, where I kept getting kicked out. So I felt, and he'd given out his phone number, so I was ringing up the studio, and it was actually mostly with him in the studio, just because I kept getting kicked off, and he didn't want to hear what I had to say. And
this is the same thing over and over again, though.
Yeah, I'm just clearing
I
this
don't want
up.
this anymore in my life.
Okay, well, I was just.
Can we not change things? Can we not progress?
Yeah.
Or
I just want
can we not just leave each other alone?
Well, you said you'd let me speak, right? I just want to make.
You've come diving in. I've said I want a quick loo break, and you've come diving in, and I want to hear what you've just said. But when I come back, I just want you to introduce you. I just want you to have a mellow chat. I'll be 2 minutes, and then we can talk.
When people defame your name like that, you've got, I'm trying to it's making me out to be a stalker. I'm not. I rang him on 3 occasions, and it was either during Mike's radio show or after, and it was only on 3 days. And I ain't rung him since, so I don't know where he's going with that. Anyway, My name's Henry Crinkle.
Thank you.
I've got my own opinion on certain things. A lot of the stuff I agree with on these channels, but there's a lot that I don't agree with, like auditing and all that. I don't really see the point of it in a lot of cases when the auditors claim to be exposing corruption. I don't see that happening in any of their videos, and that was what I was on BuzzTech's live stream earlier saying, and BuzzTech was saying the same thing. So I don't know where Fluke thinks people were trolling me and all that. So anyway, that's that. And I don't know why Fluke gets so irate with me. I was trying to point out earlier that he posted a link that's just not going to work, because it's a link to his local computer that nobody would be able to connect to download this PDF file. I'd like to have a look at it myself. It's not that difficult to post the direct link to it. Just right click on it when you're downloading it and copy the URL and paste it in the chat. I don't see what's so difficult about that. So I'd like to read it too. But anyway, that's in Canada, so I don't really see what relevance it is to us. But anyway, shout out to you lot in the chat. Nice to be back on here at last, because a lot of shit gets said about me when I'm not here to defend myself. Do you know what I mean? So got the cup of tea, and everyone's settling in. I see Mr. Pang. Did you used to be Bear from Big Brother? Never seen Big Brother. I've only watched the first series, so I've no idea what that means. Let's see what else we've got here. Let Crinkle on to have his say, Dino. Thank you, Bob. Fluke can't call people names like that. He's a child. Yeah, he does get a bit fucking... goes a bit over the top. What else we got here? Speak to the panel. Yeah. Henry Crinkle, are you a Pakistani? Not a Pakistani. Do your washing, your sunglass fool. Thank you, Stephen Guest. Yeah, I'm in the laundry room, so expect there to be some washing in here. It's actually clean, so it only needs moving and folding up. Yeah, it's not done behind me, Eamon McCann. But you'll see. But if you know, you know. If you know, you know. Evening, purifying flame. Did I watch Corbyn at Oxford Union? I didn't. No, I can't say that I have. Kringle, Biden or Trump? Well, for me, Biden, actually. Because Trump, to me, he's conned a lot of working class people into believing that he's going to look after them, when in fact he's actually stabbing them in the back. He hasn't got their interests at heart. He's on the side of big corporations, if you ask me, not on the everyday workers' side. I'd say Biden has got more interest in normal working people in America than Trump has anyway. You can argue about agendas and all that already being set, but there's still a difference between the two. And it would make a difference to people's lives in a lot of cases, depending on who they vote for. So, and that applies in this country. All this stuff about whoever you vote for is always going to be the same. I don't believe that's true, and it's proven not to be true in the past. Because if you vote for one party, they can make a massive difference to some people's lives. And that's to do with like money, benefits and that kind of thing. And privatization of certain public services, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, Biden for me. Could have been Bernie Sanders, but Ant the Mank, yeah, I'm from London. Central London, Camden Town. Grew up there all my life, and I'm still in this roughly in the same area.
Camden Market, superb.
Yeah, I mean, I'm literally about 3-minute drive on my electric scooter from Camden Market, and you'll find me in there quite often actually. So if you're ever down there, look out for me, man. You can give me a punch on the nose if you want.
I was down there a couple of months ago.
I saw the video, yeah, where you pointed the camera in a shop and the security guard was a bit funny about it. Is it a record shop, wasn't it? Record shop?
Yeah, that was it. Yeah,
I see
you
that
were
one.
happy.
I see that one, yeah. So yeah, that was interesting. But like I said earlier, well, you know, about auditing and all that. Well, I won't go into it now because I don't want to start an argument. But I'm all right, man. I'm not here just to antagonize people. I might have some views that you don't agree with, but that's it. I don't stalk people and all that. It's like I'll ring them up. Yeah, I rang him up, but it's his own fault for giving out the number on it live on air. Like, I mean, what's the point if you can't?
Can I just say, right, Crinkle? because you know I did ban you and I've let you on and things like that since, and I just want to know. I mean, it's quite harsh between you and Fluke, and obviously, you know, most of it is probably behind the scenes, if you like. And I don't get it, mate. I don't get why he's so
Nor do
against
I.
each other and why. But both of you can't leave it alone.
I
You
can.
can't leave it alone.
I can. I'll show you as well. I don't get why he gets so irate with me, really. I mean, I don't get as irate. I won't call him the names he's just called me. I mean, I'd get booted off if I said anything close to that. I mean, you do let him kind of say what he wants without even. I mean, you did warn him there, but
Yeah,
I mean,
that's,
you
that's
brought him
what
on that.
he comes across. I've got a lot of respect for him, but I do
you
let
brought-
you on as well, and
Yeah.
you say the way things you say them, and it's still, even though
Well-
you're both different in your approach with each other, it's still the same thing where
Well, another
you're
thing,
attacking each other, and why can't you let it go?
I can.
Just
I mean,
forget each other.
if you brought him on now, I would be quiet until he's finished speaking, and then I would speak, right? Because I've not had a drink. I don't drink anymore, so I won't
Yeah,
be.
but it would still mean that after he's spoken, you'll speak, and it will still carry on.
Yeah, but I'm not going to let
that's
it
what I
go
mean.
there. No, I won't let it go there. And another thing, he keeps, just to clear it up, he keeps saying about I should make my own channel, and you can tell by his subscriber. I'm not in it to open a YouTube channel. I'm not interested in that. And he keeps saying about, why don't you do it on your own channel? It's a bit ironic that he's on here saying that, and you never see him on his own channel doing live things. And the reason why is because he knows there's a good chance you might get a strike for medical misinformation. He doesn't want his own channel to go down like that. But I'm not interested. I'm more interested in coming on other people's things that are already established and got people on there. I don't want to start my own channel. I'm not interested in that. So please get off of that, you know, Fluke.
Right.
If you're
Well,
listening.
I've got something to say about that.
That's it.
But Lee Moore, thanks very much, and also thanks for your support. I know you don't come in the chat that often, but I know you're very supportive. So thanks, Lee Moore. Listen, Crinkle, just on that.
I did say the other day I might start doing live streams, because I will allow anyone in to say whatever they want, and if the channel gets shut down, I don't care. Well,
why don't you
I
do
need
them?
subscribers first. I mean, it's pointless opening it up with no 20 subscribers.
Not really.
I mean, if you want to share the link, then fair enough. But I'll only do it if there's, you know, at least 10 people in there, whatever. But like I said, it's anything goes. If the channel gets shut down, I couldn't care less, because I'm not that interested in getting viewers, you know, and subscribers, and I've got other things to do for work. I've got a job, you know, that pays me my rent already. I don't need to. It would just take up too much of my time, and I'm not prepared to put. I would be interested in doing it if I had the time, but I just ain't got the time. You know what I mean? So.
Right.
I'd
Well,
rather
all
just
it
come on.
is, I think you've got this thing about Fluke, and you can't let it go, both of you.
Well, the
So
only.
I don't want it
I'll tell you the reason
carrying on
what it is.
the live anymore.
Yeah, I won't let it.
I'll not let you both on. Simple
I won't
as that.
let it. Yeah, that's fair enough. The only reason is mostly, like I said, because I've studied science and got a degree. It's always to do with the science, where he's misrepresenting evidence or dismissing, you know, scientific research. It's always to do with that, because I understand that he's wrong. You know, he's just wrong, and so I like to kind of join the conversation and get him to realize.
So you're never going to win. You're never going to win, because it's not conversation; it's an argument.
Yeah, well,
you're never going to come to an agreement or an impartiality, or you're never going to agree to disagree, or you're never going to do any of that. So the more I allow you on my life, both of you,
Right.
it's not going to go right
I won't.
anymore.
I won't let it
It's
go
going to
there,
stop.
Dino. I won't let it go there anyway. But the reason is actually a very deep reason, because medical misinformation, when it comes to, especially when he's talking scientific evidence, it puts people's lives in danger in the context of a pandemic. That's the main reason, because
Right.
it's not just him. If it was, confined to putting himself in danger, he can do that all he wants. But that kind of information puts all of us in danger, especially, our elderly grandparents and parents and people who might have underlying issues that puts them, at more risk of dying from COVID. That's
Right.
mainly it.
So what it is, no, you bring in those words in it far too often.
Okay, sorry about that, but that's it anyway. That's the fluke thing done with. If he
Right.
was to come on there, I wouldn't entertain getting into.
You said that last time.
Yeah, so that's it.
Right. So thanks for having you, sir. Cheers, mate. I'll let you on next time, no doubt. But for now, I'll let you go. So, yeah, he's still backstage. But Crinkle, that's it, mate. Because I have to consider what people are saying in the chat. It's my channel. The supporters, when they start getting pissed off with a guest, whether I like them or not, I've got to move on, shall I say. And that's the way it's going to be from now on. I've given many people many chances over the months on my live streams, and I've done many hours, put a lot of work into it, and things like that. So I'm getting tired of all this shit. All right. I don't feel used. Well, I do in a certain way, because it's my platform, and I don't know, there's over 18 now, and so there's quite a few watching, and I don't want to spoil what a lot of people like, which is when I do a live stream, and I'm not bigging myself up, it's just, most of the time it's all right as well, and people enjoy the chat and things like that. So yeah, so I don't want this to carry on. You two guys sort it like you just said, Crinkle, do your own lives and sort it out on that. And you know me, I don't mind people coming on, having the set and going a bit deep and blah, blah, blah. But personal attacks constantly, I don't understand. This is one thing I don't understand, is why you can't let it go and just leave each other alone. It seems like a permanent fixture with you both. No matter whose live you're on or when you're on together. I don't want that anymore. It's not going to happen. So there you go on that one. Excuse me. There's only me here. Okay. Nearly 3 hours in. It's not going to be much longer, guys. It's just me coming up saying hello, really. Letting you know I'm still here. So I'll look back in the chat for a minute. Thank you, that person. June Lindley as well. Oh, which one? Reprove. Okay. Grandad's Jukebox. Thanks for your support. Yeah, I mean, tonight was not meant to be about politics or, the current climate and things like that. So, but as always, I'll let people speak and have their opinions. I'm not depressed. No, unless you are a psychologist and you can actually tell that. But then again, if you were, you'd have to meet me in person to give yourself that answer. But that's a supportive comment, fair play, but I'm not depressed. I'm tired, but I'm not depressed. If I was depressed, I wouldn't be on a live stream. I'd have my head in the pillow and wouldn't want to talk to anyone, anything like that. I've been depressed before. And when I'm depressed, I don't even open the curtains and I can't get off the couch. And I just bury my head and don't want to know. So if I was, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing tonight. I've come on tonight because I've had positive comments in my posts and videos saying, come on, Dino, get back on and blah, blah, blah. And that's why I've done it, just to say hello. Nothing's changed that much. I'm still going to go live and yeah, Fluke, leave it. Yeah, I know, it's not helping. Daddy Orca, I'm sorry, I saw you earlier. Cheers, Timber. Thank you. There's Fluke's channel link, guys. UK Transparency. The best mod I've got. No disrespect to anyone else, but when it comes to moderators working hard on a live channel, then UK Transparency. Thank you. Mickey, I know that, mate. I just let people think what they want. I'll put it that way. Right, I don't want to hear any more about Crinkle or the argument and shit like that. It's not what tonight's about. So forget it. If I hear any more about it, Fluke, Crinkle, I'm not going to entertain it. I'm going to end it. It's not what I came on for tonight. Just reading. There's no topic. I've just explained. Topics will come on a live, but tonight I didn't set out to do any topics. It was just hello, and I scheduled it about 40 minutes before I came on. So it was to say hello to people. I like classic rock, different music, really, but classic rock is my main taste in music, like Deep Purple and Rainbow and that, and Whitesnake, AC/DC, Black Sabbath, Magnum, loads of bands, Journey and stuff like that. But I like 90s, some pop, like 80s synth stuff, Human League. I like Simple Minds, loads of good stuff. Supertramp, things like that. Pink Floyd, yeah, Mickey, yeah, of course. Oh, cheers. Yeah. Yeah, the Urbex stuff, I'll be doing loads more of that. Absolutely loads more. Got theme parks lined up, more abandoned houses. I'm trying to look very hard for an abandoned farmhouse. I can't find one yet. And things like that. So yeah, I've got tons of stuff like that lined up. I'm not an auditor. I have a YouTube channel and many interests and loads of different types of videos. I'm not just a one-way street. So I'm gonna bring Flute back on in a sec, guys. Crinkle, that's it, mate. You've had your set tonight. I'm not gonna bring you back on, so you can either lay backstage, but you're not coming on, or you can go away. Either way, I don't disrespect you. I just think it's pointless having you on because you only talk about the same thing, really, and it's. I don't want to go that way anymore. I've had enough. Yeah, Bob. Supertramp Eamon. Oh, hiya, Eamon. How you doing? Absolutely, Supertramp. Right, I'm gonna bring Flute back on. Trevor Random. Want to say thank you to and Stephen Guest as well. Thanks for being around, mate. So, right, we're gonna talk about something else. Okay, guys. Go on, Fluke. What are we talking about now?
No, you said you were going to talk about something else. I was just waiting for the cue.
No, you did. You put a comment in. Where was it? I'm happy to pop on again and talk about something. Oh, right. Okay, I got you. You're prompting me. Anything you want, mate. Let's talk about anything, whatever you want. I'm gonna stay on for another. Okay, it's 8 minutes to midnight UK, so I'll go till 12:30, and then that's it, guys.
I think the major thing that we need to concentrate on as a people in general is the fact that we're being completely fucked over by our government. You know, and it wouldn't matter whether it was a left-wing government or a right-wing government. We need to take ourselves out of that situation. We need to take ourselves away from that and just say, look, you know, it doesn't matter whether you're left wing, right wing, liberal, or Green Party, or whatever it is, take your way away from that, because it wouldn't have made any difference, because every party in this government or in this parliament, right, has absolutely backed everything everything this government has said over the lockdowns and vaccinations and this and that and the other, and they're all doing exactly the same thing. And it just goes to show, and if that doesn't prove to people that you're being absolutely fucking wound over a barrel, then you need to take a big, long, hard look in the mirror, is what you need to take a look at. And I don't particularly you know, if you can't see that, not you personally, Dino, but I'm just saying people in the chat, if you can't see what's being absolutely spread in front of your face, you know, on the daily basis for the mainstream media and everybody else, then you need to take a long, hard look in the mirror, you know, because that's where you're gonna have to look at, and not only looking at your face in the mirror, you've got to look at your children in the mirror. You know, you've got to look at your children, look your children in the face. And who are you going to trust? Who are you going to believe in? Your children or the politicians?
What do you think of all this? What I've noticed is it seems to be a subtle change again from a couple of months ago. Supermarket shelves being slightly more empty and resources being slightly more harder to, you know, get to grips with and get results from. I've noticed that lately. It's as if there's something coming up, which is going to drain us from more resources. Like, I think people are going to get more hungry. There's less things to get by and things like that. I just see that coming. I've just noticed things like that.
And it will happen. It will happen.
Yeah, I mean the fuel thing and the energy crisis.
This is where it's going, and this is where it's going, and they've already said this is where it's going. They've already fucking, you know, made it.
Do you know what I can't wrap my head around? You know the fuel thing, and they were saying it's like the energy thing, and it was saying like it's lack of drivers. I couldn't get that in my head. What? How the fuck have we got lack of drivers when there's people looking for so many jobs? There are so many jobs going around, so many unemployed people. How come they've not got enough personnel to do that job? How come all of a sudden? Before it was fine. Now the energy companies are being drawn out. And all of a sudden, we've not got enough drivers to deliver resources. What's that about all of a sudden? Weird. The same time, the shelves are going down with food and etc. Other resources are becoming diminished. Why is that all of a sudden?
It's got nothing to do with a lack of resources and a lack of drivers and all this. This is absolute bullshit. It's literally being spoon-fed to the masses that it's down to this and it's down to that, and that's why we can't do this and that's why we can't do that, and it's bollocks. It's absolute bullshit. And even
do you think Brexit has got something to do with it, Fluke?
No, it's got. I'll tell you why. It's got nothing to do with Brexit, and I can explain that if you want me to. Right? Brexit is fucking bullshit. Right? Why are the government dragging up Brexit that happened 5 years ago? Because 5 years ago there was no, you know, lack of drivers 5 years ago when Brexit happened. No, now they're dragging up Brexit and saying it's something that had to do with, you know, a lack of drivers. Bollocks. It's bullshit. It's absolute bullshit, right? Because the bottom line is anybody that asks about and talks about Brexit being a driver of the fact that we've got not enough drivers to drive the trucks around the country is bollocks. And the reason it's bollocks is because the whole point of this is you have two options. You can be an independent country, right? Or you can be into the, you know, European Union. And the European Union, the whole point of the European Union was to, in its inclination, the whole point of the European Union was to bring people into sort of some sort of centralized sort of, utopian democracy where we'll all be safe and there'll be no more harm and there'll be no more war and all this other stuff. And obviously people don't want war and they don't want all this shit going on in the world, and that's how they sell it to you. And the whole point of the European Union wasn't about anti-war. It wasn't about stopping war and confrontation in the European Union. It was about peace and harmony. Who doesn't want peace and harmony? We all want peace and harmony, but it was sold to people in the European Union on that basis. And on that basis, the real agenda was about bringing in less and less fucking smaller and smaller people, concentrated in a smaller and smaller amount of less and less people to have less and more concentrated power in fewer and fewer hands. That was what it was about. It was never about fucking peace and security and all this other nonsense that they sold it to you. It was about reducing the amount of the amount of power reduced into fewer and fewer hands, so they had more and more control over who could control that power. It was never about peace and security. They sold it to people of Europe about peace and security because they have to think about this as a salesman. If you're a salesman, how do you want to sell your real agenda? If your real agenda is about, concentrating power in fewer and fewer hands, how do you sell that agenda? You can only sell that agenda by saying, I tell you what, it's about freedom and rights, and everyone's into sort of the same agenda, and we want to consolidate all this freedom, and we don't want any war, and we don't want we want peace and stability and free trade and all of this other nonsense that they go on about, all the stuff they want to talk about, freedom and all this other stuff, so they sell it to you with that as the agenda. But the real agenda is the fact that they want to consolidate as much power into fewer and fewer hands as they can. That's how they sell that agenda. They sell it to you. It's like for your benefit, but it's not. The benefit lies with them because they can consolidate that power into fewer and fewer hands, so they have more and more control over the real agenda, which is the consolidation of power. That's what it's about. And it doesn't matter whether it's left wing or right wing and all that nonsense and all that bullshit. It doesn't matter. That's what it's about. And that's what we're coming back to. This is why Cranky McCrankle in the Scottish Parliament, wants to go on about, what does she want? She wants us to be involved in the whole fucking European Union.
Bob, the thing is, Bob, right? They are citizens first, but it's like any other profession on that level. Okay, Fluke, all right, I'll keep it short. When they first go in, all good intentions and things like that, like a police officer or whatever, maybe good intentions, but once they're in there,
no, politicians are not.
The influence is strong, and you either pull out or you don't.
Politicians are not citizens in the simple sense that they are there to do the bidding of corporations, big business, major banking corporations, financial corporations, pharmaceutical companies, the major industrial complexes that go on. That's what they're there to do. That's what they're there to fucking propagate. They don't give a fuck about you. If you're sitting here in this chat and you think that the government is there to look after your interests, you're a fucking idiot. It's as simple as that. Because they're not there for your interests. Their interest is for big business, big corporations, big financial corporations, the major banks, central banks, and everything else. That's what they're there for. And all they have to do is trying to sell you the imagination that it's in for your interests. And it's bollocks. It's the biggest, worst. The politicians of this country and every other country around the world are like the worst car salesmen on the planet. That's
Think
what they
about
are.
it, guys. I mean, what I look back at is generations, and they change things generationally, and they do it subtly as well, until you get into that point where, like, my children, who are grown-ups now, are born into a certain system situation, and they've done it subtly over the years, and they're heading towards a goal, really. And this agenda, what they've been heading towards, what's been coming for quite a long time, within a generation, is going to come with. I'm going to talk about 2130, which is the Klaus Schwab agenda, blue, the 2130 Klaus Schwab thing. If you want to,
I mean,
the industrial, the fourth industrial, because that when I read through that frightened me very much.
And it is absolutely relevant, because what Klaus Schwab is talking about is about control. This is what these people want. Don't get me wrong; they have controlled the financial system, the shares and the stock markets, and they've controlled the gold system and the silver system. They've controlled, everything that they control. They already control it. Don't be stupid. Don't fucking think that they don't control all of these systems, because they do. Right now, what they want to control is they want to control the people. Right. And when you've got somebody that puts out a fucking piece of paper like this, a legal piece of paper that says that I can procure and fix prices of food, clothing, fuel, equipment, medical supplies, and other essential supplies, and the use of any property, services, resources, equipment within any part of Saskatchewan during this emergency period. When somebody says something like that to you, you've got to wake up and smell the coffee. You've got to wake up, because that is fucking tyranny right there.
Right, Bob, you're asking to come on, and I know you've been kind of disagreed with what Fluke said, but politely, you've asked to come on. So I'll put the link up there, and if you do come on, let's keep it like it has been. It's been quite mellow. It's been good. I'll put that link in now. I'm going to stay on till 12:30 UK time. So there it is, Bob. We'll keep it clean, keep it cool, if you want to come on. If I can just go back and say hello to everyone who might have joined. Thanks for coming in. Fluke's on, guys, as you know. Always a welcome guest on my live streams. A hard worker when it comes to research. So don't dismiss everything he says straight away. Look into it yourself. All right. And he'll tell you that himself. He's told you that many times. So do not start slagging people off or anything like that. Have respect. If you don't know, do not jump to a conclusion. Do not jump to your own answer as if you've heard something from mainstream media or something like, oh, he's wrong because I've heard this on the BBC, whatever. Do not even go into that on this channel. Don't even go into that. Go out there Go out, do your research, check out what he said and things like that. Then come back with a criticism. Now, maybe you have done that, Bob, already. So the link's been put in, you've asked to come on. So if you want to come on, come and say your piece, no problem whatsoever. There's the link. Yeah. Okay. They're after your Tito fleet. Don't let them. June. Don't know what that means. Joe Black's in there, guys, as well. Joe Black is a person who's been supportive for a while for me. I've got someone backstage called Horus. Horus. It's in the Egyptian god. Spell, you're in the back. Is that you, Ben, as Horus? If you can give me a thumbs up or a number 1 in the chat to confirm that's you, I'll bring you on. If not, you could be anybody. Horus, Mick Brown, keep calm, blah, blah, blah. Learn from debates and conquer the demonic forces, man. Correct. Let's learn from debates. Let's talk, basically. And let's understand people's...
If it's the real Horace, then he's cool. He's cool.
Okay. Right, okay.
Hello, Fluke. How are you doing? You doing right, man?
Yeah, that's the real Horace. Yeah, I'm good, mate. Yourself?
Yeah, not bad. I'm not turning the camera on, by the way. I've set the I've set my laptop up on my PC, so not on my PC, on my TV. So I'm watching this on the TV at the moment, which is pretty cool, I suppose. But yeah, I don't have a webcam on my TV to face down on me. I want a beanbag on the floor. So, yeah, one of those things, I suppose. How is everybody?
Yeah, I'm
good. Thank you. Yeah.
Well, that's always good news. Just so obviously Dino is aware, I am the arch enemy of civil disobedience. Supposedly, he absolutely despises me. I'm not sure why, but Pap likes me. One of those guys, Bastion, he's all right as well. He gets on with me quite well. And Fluke, we've had our own, as you put it, back and forth, but ultimately we agree on the same sort of subject. So everything's all good with ourselves, isn't it, Flukes? How is everybody? And I do apologize. I am rather late joining this feed. What was the subject, by the way? I thought I'd just join. So.
I think we were talking about a lot of subjects, and I think one of the scariest subjects that we need to concentrate on is this particular subject, and this was called Scenarios for a Future of Technology and International Development, published by the Rockefeller Foundation and the Global Business Network, right? And I don't know if you can see this, guys.
I've got this on my TV. I'll quickly enlarge the screen.
But it's funny how the map of the world is a series of zeros and ones. Can you see that? The whole map of the world is a series of zeros and ones. Why would they map the world? I can understand you mapping the world as like blue for the ocean and green for the land. I could understand that. But when you map the whole world as a series of zeros and ones, we need to start asking questions. Now, I don't get me wrong. I've gone through a ton of documents. I've gone through a ton of stuff, a ton of research, and here we are. And let me just go back to the last page of this, because it's important in the sense that, because if you haven't done your research, then don't stick it on me online when you haven't done your research yourself, because I've read through this. This is 57 pages, right, of the Rockefeller Foundation document, which you can find online, and it's not exactly short. Yeah, It's all there, right? And it's not exactly short, and it takes a lot of reading. And in this document, they talk about how how they are going to regulate the media. They're talking about how they're going to regulate your response to whatever they put out. You know, that's what they're talking about. These are people talking about, scenarios and introductions and, scenario lockstep. The world is a world with tighter top-down government control and more authoritarian leadership with limited innovation and growing citizen pushback. What does that even fucking say to people if they can't fucking read a document that's downloadable from the internet that talks about more authoritarian top-down government, leadership? That's about them controlling you. That's what it says. And I ain't bullshitting. That's what it says in that document. That document came out in 2010. What more do you need? What more do you need? And I'm not saying that this is the be all and end all. I'm just saying, what more do you need? What more do you need to realize that you're being fucked over by an elite? And they even mention elites in this. That's how bad it is. That's how bad it is.
Yeah, I mean, I completely agree with on that point. Obviously that is right. Everything
Scenario narratives
and
lockstep, the world of tighter top-down government control and more authoritarian leadership with a limited innovation and growing citizen pushback.
I was going to say you're right on that point. I mean, especially when considering where I came from, if you know what I mean. Obviously the point that I started off with when at the beginning when we first met, I was very much the statist. I wouldn't argue, for these points. I would be very much on the the state side. But as time has gone by, I've lost my belief in the system that I thought was right, and obviously taking into account what you've obviously been showing and this different channels, Civil, Pap, Dino as well. Again, I've not come on this on Dino's channel before, but you all make very valid and very good points, and it really just shows the way that the world is going. How the government is controlling us from up above. And it's kind of like a very crushing weight on our heads. And how do we ultimately control that? We can't. We can't. How do we fight against that unless we, for example, use discussion and debate in order to actually discuss these points? And the best way, in my opinion, is to get people like us into Parliament to fight our corner. But again, who would vote somebody like that into Parliament? It's very difficult. But carry on, Fluke. I was listening to you. Obviously, I'm just blabbering on right now, but carry on.
No. I mean, we can all blabber on. I think I've blabbered on in many live streams. I don't think blabbering on is not within my. I think it's well within my remit of blabbering on. But let's just take one page, and this is not one page. This is just like a couple of remits that they put in one page of this document, and it says scanners using advanced functional magnetic resonance imaging technology become the norm at airports and other public areas to detect abnormal behavior that may indicate antisocial intent. Right.
Just a quick one, by the way, Fluke. Savannah in the chat is stating that I was kicked out of the Conservative Party. I was not kicked out of the Conservative Party. I left the Conservative Party of my own intuition because my wife, as you may already know, is not a British citizen. And the Home Secretary at the time decided to basically berate me and also report me to the Conservative Party for insubordination for standing up to her to support my wife's application to come to the UK. I was not kicked out of the
Why did you
Conservative Party.
join in the first place?
Well, I believed in.
Hopefully, Horace is not a statist.
Hang on,
anymore.
Flute. Let him answer that question.
Yeah, no, I was just going to say, I ultimately, I was a Thatcherite ultimately to begin with. I believed in the values that obviously they had. That's changed from then till now. I no longer believe in any party. I think they're all just a farce, to be perfectly
Thank
honest.
God for that.
So that's how I stand at the moment. And I left the party of my own accord. I stopped paying my membership, and there we go. Here I am.
And
So,
this
yeah.
is a document that will tell you that you standing up for your rights as a free person without joining the left or the right proves exactly what they're trying to do to us. Right? Here's the document, right? And I'll restate it. Scanners using functional magnetic resonance imaging technology become the norm in airports and other public areas to detect abnormal behavior that may indicate antisocial intent, right? Second, in the aftermath of a pandemic scare, smarter packaging for food and beverages is applied first by big companies and producers in a business-to-business environment and then adopted for individual products and consumers. New diagnostics are developed to detect communicable diseases, and applications for health screening also changes. Screening becomes prerequisite for release from a hospital or prison, successfully slowing the spread of any diseases. This was published in 2010. Connect that to your daily life if you want. That was published
Ooh, I
in
think my internet's a bit dicky at the
2010.
moment.
Does that tickle your fancy at the moment? Anybody in the chat tickle your fancy? 2010 that was published.
Guys,
It
anyone?
just shows I
in the
want to
chat? Anything? Listen,
Well, no,
listen,
everything you're
guys.
saying is very interesting.
Okay. Well, listen, I'm going to finish this. All right. It was only meant to be short tonight. It was just a simple hello, but I'm glad we've spoke about what we've spoke about. It's been really respectful. Thank you. You're all welcome on Saturday. It'll be a longer one, kind of like a Friday Flute, but not as. Do you know what I mean? I'll speak to you before then, anyway. So, thanks for your contribution as always, mate. Despite what you think of Flute, guys, keep it coming. It bounces off his chest, so he'll keep coming with his own research and educate us more and more. And you can have your opinions on that. Or if you want to challenge him, please come on. You're very welcome, as long as you keep it respectful and as truthful as you can. Horace, I'm sorry, but it's been on a while, so you can come back on Saturday if you want to.
Yeah, no, even if it was a short amount of time, honestly, I'm really pleased to have been on this channel, even if it's just for a short amount of time. Obviously, speaking to yourself, Dino, I've watched many of your videos. Fluke recommended you a few months back, so I've been watching your videos in secret.
Oh, cheers.
And Fluke, as always, you're an honourable chap. You're fantastic, and you obviously speak the truth, no matter what you do. And I can't really argue against that. Yeah, we've had our little spats in the past, but ultimately, what you say is pretty much the way it is, as it currently stands, and you don't speak bullshit, so even better. Save a both of you, really. So happy it is.
I'd like to just say, before you go, Dino, I'd just like to say, look, I'm not here to people blow wind up my kilt. I'm not here for people to kiss my ass. That's not what I'm here for. I'm here to spread some truth and some realism into this world, That's all I'm here for. You know, I don't
Yeah.
care whether people believe me or disbelieve me, and if people can prove me wrong, then please put the documents up that
And
proves me wrong.
do you know what,
I
guys?
spend a lot of time and a lot of energy and a lot of fucking hours. I mean, hours researching this stuff. So I don't do it for a laugh. I don't do it because I've got nothing better.
Yeah, we know that, Fluke.
I was just going to say,
so the people in the chat
that
do agree with, not agree with me, but that can appreciate the work that I do and the information I put out. I just want to say thank you.
We do, mate. Most
Dino,
people on my channel
I want to say
do.
thank you to having me on, because I know it's difficult to have someone like me on to any channel, and I understand how difficult that is. So, but I just want to say thank you, and
it's a pleasure.
Say thank you to people in the chat. And if you want to, contact me, then you can contact me via my YouTube channel. You can put links in the description. There's email addresses. There's everything else. If you want to contact me and ask me any questions or ask for any of the details or the information that I've got, I can send you the PDFs and everything else. I can do that for you if you want to. So I just wanted to sort of hold my hands up in that respect.
It's a pleasure, Fluke. And just one quick thing before we do go, obviously. I would just like to say, Fluke's proved me wrong on about, how many cases is it now? 13, 14. So, yeah, there we go. The fact is in the words, He's proved me wrong.
Nice one, guys. Listen, just a quick one. I'll give it an extra 5 minutes because, listen, Bob, you've asked me a few times for the link and I posted it. If you want to come on, I'll give an extra 5 minutes.
This is Crinkle, probably, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it is. No, in fact, no worries. I'm going to end it.
Listen, let me say hi to Crinkle. He's an interesting stranger.
Please come on Saturday, and have you say together. We'll keep it respectful, and listen to everyone else who's coming. I think there's 70. Just over 70, and so thanks so much for joining me. It was it was like a spontaneous live tonight. I just thought I'd come up and say hello because I missed Friday, but thanks to Fluke, Ben earlier, and everyone else who's been on. But whether you like it or not, guys, Fluke will always be on, and he'll have his say. It's as simple as that.
There we go.
Right, and then we can always debate on things like that. If it turns into an argument, you're off. It's as simple as that. So, right, I'll see you on Saturday with kind of the same thing as it was on a Friday, but slightly different, if you like, because I'm not going to put up with any more shit. So there you go. Massive love. Thanks for everyone coming on, giving their opinions, etc. So I'll see you on Saturday, guys. All right.
Pleasure. Cheerio for now.
Thanks for having me on, Dino. Again, I appreciate it.
It's a pleasure, mate, as always, as you know. And of course, I changed my number, so I'll drop you that tomorrow.
Or send me a text or whatever. Yeah,
I'll do that, mate. Thank you. Thanks,
I'll try to join. No, it's fine. I'll try to join earlier next time. I'll keep an eye on my notifications.
No, it's fine. It was a last minute thing tonight, so no worries. But on Saturday, I think
I know there's a lot of support in the chat for me, and I really do appreciate it. And it doesn't mean that I'm right because I get a lot of support in the chat. That's not the point. The point is I want everybody to read this shit and research this shit for themselves, because if they don't do it, then it's never going to support my argument. Because
I was just going to say, Fluke,
researching that stuff for themselves, they need to do it for themselves. It's not down to me to do it and publish it, and I will do it and publish it, but it's down to you. And if you need the information, if you want the links and everything else, then just email me or put a comments in my channel on YouTube. Ask the question, and I'll send you the links. And you can research it for yourself. It's not hard. It's not.
Thank you, Matt.
I was just going to say, obviously, in regards to Fluke's point there, I can see there's a lot of people in the chat as well who may have seen me before who do not necessarily agree with me or what I've said previously.
No, that's fine. Listen,
Again, we all learn and live, and ultimately people do make mistakes, which I have previously, and I admit to those mistakes. I'm not going to hold my hands up and say I've not fucked up, which I have done before. Some things I've said are outrageous. Again, I'll apologize for those. It was how I felt at the time, not necessarily now. I've learned since then. It's a new slate. I want to just start from the beginning and just, I'll say,
Horace, can I just say, while Dino's still alive, can I just say one thing, which I thought was really great? I thought was really great is that we had a really quite in-depth conversation about your affiliations to the Conservative Party. And then when I said to you, look, if you didn't toe the party line and you was a Labour Party member, what do you think would have happened? They would have kicked you out of the Labour Party as well as they kicked you out of the Conservative Party. Right.
Indeed.
And that's what people have got to realize. It doesn't matter about your political affiliations. If you don't toe the line, whichever that line is, and we're in a position with COVID, whereas if you don't toe the COVID line, it doesn't matter what political affiliation you have.
That's enough about COVID. That's enough about everything, guys. Listen, thanks so much. I will end it right here, right now. All right.
Pleasure. Been an absolute pleasure.
Thanks, Dino.
Massive contribution as always, Fluke. Superb stuff. Crinkle, you had your chance. I thought I'd bring you on. The only reason I did is because people in the chat were saying, go on, bring him on and things like that. You know me, I'm a guy of fair chance and fair play and things like that. So you've all had your chance and it's been a superb live, guys.
And I'd like to thank you as well, Dino, for the chance to come on. Yeah, I'll probably be on much more, but I'll try to toe the line. And well, not toe the line, but yeah, be a bit more.
Toe the line.
You know what I mean?
Don't toe the line.
It's been
the whole
all
point
right.
of being a libertarian is not towing.
Yeah, we can never end this.
Yeah, I'll shut up. Carry on.
Never toe the line.
All I have to do is press end broadcast, but I just can't bring myself to end it because these guys are brilliant.
I'll tell you what, this is one message I can give to everybody is never fucking toe the line. Because when you toe the line, you become a slave. That's what happened.
Right, listen, I'm going to cut you right now, both of you.
He's learnt the message. And
I learned the hard way.
He learnt the hard way, right? And everybody else might learn the hard way, but there's an easy way to learn it, and it is don't fucking toe any line. Don't toe no fucking line. Use your fucking brain. Independent thought. Independent freedom, that's the way forward.
Right, there you heard it. That is Fluke's last word. And Horace, do you want to have a say good night?
A final word, crikey. Gosh, I'd probably just say, everyone stay safe, stay healthy. Speak to you next time, I guess. And thank you very much for listening to me, even though many of you who may have seen me before may not have agreed with me in the past. I'm a changed person. I'm not the idiot that I was, which I admit I was a bit of an idiot. And I just wish, on a final note, that Crinkle would ultimately accept that he sometimes needs to accept what he can't agree with. And ultimately, when I first started on these streams, especially on Civils and Pap stream, thankfully he is healthy, thank God. He's put a video up not long ago. I was agreeing more along the lines of lines of Crinkle, but now that obviously time has gone by, I've kind of gone along the lines of learning, and obviously taking time to research things. And now, obviously, Fluke's points make more sense, and obviously listening to Fluke as well. It's ultimately an interesting conversation when it does happen. But Crinkle, if you are listening, learn from Fluke and everyone else who's making points in this chat, because ultimately it will help you in the long run. And again, I've learned from that as well, and I
Right.
won't go back on it. So yeah, either way, thank
Right,
you very
well,
much.
Thanks for that, and I appreciate that. I don't know if Fluke does at this point, but I'll tell you what, we can carry this on
I would like to
Friday,
say
and you're
thanks
very
to
welcome
Horace
to come on.
because I haven't
Fluke, that's
spoken
it.
to him for
I've finished.
a little
I've
while.
done for tonight, guys. You're both welcome back on Saturday. We'll carry this on if you want, and we'll do it in a respectful way, just like everything else has happened tonight, like the chat, the guests, and everything apart from one or two, which you're going to get. But thanks so much, guys. I really appreciate it. Your support, your conversation, everything. It's been so cool. Cheers, Fluke, Horace.
My pleasure.
Magnificent. Thank you. Please come back on Saturday. Let's have
Will
a good
do.
chat with each other. All right. So, right. I think it's been all right tonight. It's not been too bad. So, yeah, a final goodbye from me. Just press the button or you'll be on all night. Yeah, Joe, I've just done that. Right. I just want to go through the chat just a little bit because there's 49 people in, which is, it's not bad, you know, for me being on for 3.5 hours, I think just over. So I want to thank Fluke, right? And you can slag him off as much as you want. You can think what you want, okay, and things like that, but he will always be a guest on my show, right? Because I think he can teach us a lot if you're willing to listen, guys. And you've just heard Horace as well. Now, whether you believe that guy or not, he's a new name to me. I don't know this guy. But he's kind of said, you know, I was once in this position and now it's time to listen to Fluke, right? And yes, it is, in my opinion, because I've been listening for a while and I've looked into what of his, a lot of things that he said, and it's fucking true, guys. So just please, despite his passion, despite the way he comes across, which some of you love and some of you think, and all that. Either way, it doesn't matter. It's what he says, what he's looked into, what he's found out for us. Keep that in mind. Okay. So he's always my guest. Like it, Lumper. Horace, thank you very much. Everyone in the chat, super. Thanks for your support. I'll see you on Saturday. It's going to be slightly different. I'll leave it at that for now, and then I'll carry on with my own stuff, my own content. Nothing will stop me doing that. It'll be a varied content as always. So, right, okay, until Saturday, guys. I might appear on 1 or 2 lives in between someone else's channel, but until Saturday, guys, I'll see you then, hopefully. And thanks for coming in, and thanks for your respect. So take care of yourselves, all right?